you're a wizard. You've been holding back on me. I'm going up like Hakeem. Funko Pop, shout out. Come on. That's unfiltered. The truth about oysters. Give it to him. So I did that. Yup, I did. R&B, baby. He delivers. Get your popcorn ready. Chill! Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. Let's go. No BS, OBS, camera zoomed in, and the chat is lit. Stay tuned in. Like Zach Morris, I got detention. Like the cool kids, I do's this, homie. I thought you knew this, and if you didn't, now you do. I had to prove it. Thanks for watching. What's everybody's favorite topic? Leave a comment in the chat and refrain from gossip. Stop it. If you hating, there's no debating. Promise, I'm going up like Hakeem. I can't wait to block it. No, dog, cause this a party. Get your popcorn ready, we about to get it started. I'm super grateful. Thank you all for being with me. How we looking? Am I good? Sitting pretty. I'm elated that y'all would take time to kick it with me. Cause I ain't famous, so I'm grateful for the subs you give me. Shout out to Shadow. I know my guy is always listening, and I appreciate the bits. Fire emoji, pimpin'. Let's get it. I'ma give you what you came to see. Please hit the follow button. We can proceed. R&B, Child's High, class of 03. Shout out to everybody back home and all of y'all that's in the stream. Let's go. Let's go. Shia! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Halloween special of Testing the Game.
We testing the game.
Oh yeah. I hope you dig it. Here we are. What's happening? Shout out to the chat. And says, nice costume out there. White American. Pretty good. Pretty good. Let's go. Listen, growing up, I know a couple of y'all can relate, and it's gonna be hard for me to find the right volume for this lo-fi. It's a theme. But I wanted to say, growing up, watching sitcoms, some of my most favorite episodes were the Halloween episodes. And so I thought, we gotta do something, right? We gotta make it, you know what I mean, a little theme. So there you go. Hand claps one more again for us. I want to give a shout out to the chat. I see some names. Shout out to Rico. Shout out to Chucha. Shout out to AeroRising. Love y'all. Hopefully there's some other people watching that haven't made their presence known just yet. I was gonna say not for nothing. I don't know why I do that so often. I'm working on it. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much.
Thank you. Far too kind.
Now, sadly, I didn't hear anything on my end. Did you all hear anything when that animated? If not, that's a major fail. But there is a special button that we like to play when we do get subscribers. Shit. But let me know if y'all heard that.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Hey, that's just my game. I'm rocking the shirt. Shout out to you. Say when. Come on, baby. I know you heard that. I hear the Huckleberry. Yeah, the question was, when the subscription animation popped, did you all hear like a bling? Yeah, you heard it? All right, cool. That is a nice shirt. Shout out to you, AeroRising. Appreciate the gift, man. I thought, hey, it's costume-esque, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of on brand. I don't know. I thought about dressing up and doing a lot, but then I was just like, bro, get on with the show. You're already an hour late. Come on, man. But I think we're gonna have a fun time together, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I hope you dig the theme. Believe it or not, there was a lot of work and effort that went into all of this. Bang. Now I know, shout out to the fan band one more again. Appreciate y'all so much. Y'all are here every week consistently. Love you for that. But if we get a few more people in here today, that's because we're giving away, thanks to Shadow, $256. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It will be, I hope, the last keyword giveaway for a little while. I'm counting on one of y'all to take this money. All right, we have a theme. We've been doubling it up since we started season 2. Do me a favor, team. Win it and take it, okay? There you go. Pause.
That's what she said.
Okay. Thought about giving you the rundown, telling you about what we got going on. I think we're just gonna surprise you, okay? Now, don't get your hopes too high. There's some goodies sprinkled throughout the show. Shadow says, nah. Hey, man, don't do that, bruh. 256. That's pretty decent. All right, it's pretty decent. Speaking of Shadow, ladies and gentlemen, please do me a favor and congratulate him. He was last week's winner. And Brody, our guy AeroRising, he made a little something for you. This is for you, dog.
Federico, Fede.
Hey, come on. I'm gonna play that again. It was short and sweet, but tell me that wasn't cute as a button. Listen.
Federico, Fede.
Yeah, Federico. Tell me
You
that's
know how
not
long
dope.
I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Chucha says cute as a button. And I didn't do this before because I was just showing love, but Mom, I gotta recognize we got diamonds in the chat.
Got a Superman bench that I scored from Shaq with an old school caddy with the diamonds in the chat.
Bang. And Mom, you now have your rightful first subscriber badge. We appreciate you so much. She is Chucha Barber.
Choo choo, choo choo, choo choo, choo choo.
Love y'all so much. So last week, we ran the contest. Shadow was the winner. He had us fooled for a second. He had us in the first. He was like, I gotta take a girl out. We were all like, oh, he's gonna take that money. $100 and some is a nice steak dinner. You know what I mean? And then in the end, he ended up rolling that money. So lucky for you all, because today then, you have a chance to win 256. Pockets are getting, you know what I mean? Do me a favor. Win it and take it today. All right, bang. Congrats again, Shadow. And just because we can, what's his name, man?
Federico, Fede.
Chill! That choo-choo rides, though. I feel you, bro. It really does, man. Well done. Choo-choo says, I went all week thinking he took the money. See what I'm saying, Shadow? You had us fooled, bruh. You had us fooled. AeroRising says, if I win the money today, I'm sending Feather $20 just so he doesn't walk away empty-handed. What a guy! What a guy! That's for rolling it over. Y'all see, feel free to, you know, tag team this thing. Billie Jean, cause why? Cause she's not my lover. Let it ride. We're having a good time. Halloween. Shout out to you, Shadow. Thank you so much for hanging out. I know you're working, man. Look, we got a lot of cool things coming up. I hope you can stick around for all of it. I really, really hope we get a few more names in the chat. A lot of people, I shouldn't say a lot of people, a couple people, that's actually funnier than it seems. A lot of people. There are a couple people whom I speak with after the live, and they're like, I watched the show. And I'm like, you watched the show, but you didn't say nothing? You didn't say hello? So if you're watching, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay? It means a lot. But say hi. It's way more fun when you contribute. And, you know what I mean? Let's have fun with this thing. AeroRising says, movie review should have been just like your top 3 favorite. You know what? Bang. Speaking of the movie reviews, I thought about it. I really did. Now, here's what you really should know. I didn't plan on doing a Halloween theme until I saw this week's Anthony's Part of the Show segment. All right, so shout out to my guy. He came through, pause. I wasn't sure if we were gonna get a new segment. It's a lot, ladies and gentlemen, to ask someone to shoot video, edit video, make it funny, get it to me within like a 5-day span. Hand claps again. I just don't think he gets enough respect. No respect. Shout out to you, bro. And I'm not spoiling anything, But after I saw it, I thought, well, I got to step up my game for the show. And so a lot of things went through my mind. I thought about horror movies. I need to watch like 4 or 5 horror movies. But you know what? I promise you there's going to be some things that are on brand. Don't you worry about it. R&B does get scared on Halloween, poor guy. Listen, he's had some horrific experiences in the past. I didn't plan on sharing this. And before I move forward, I want to acknowledge the contributions. Ant says, Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen movie. I know that's your favorite. Good one. And then Ernest. Hey, Ernest is a classic. I don't know if his Halloween one is my favorite. I think Ernest Goes to Jail might top that, but they're all good. John Roa! Let's go! Bang! What's up, my guy? He says, thought you were gonna talk about this substance. Bro, that was last week. That was last week. So if you missed last week's show, there were several movies we talked about. In fact, it was a mega movie review. Anytime we have 5 or more titles, technically it qualifies as a mega review. I don't know how many we have today. I didn't count because I was really struggling to get live. But The Substance was reviewed last week. For those of you that were here, please let my guy Joan know that it was whoa. Okay? We even showed the trailer, bro. So you can rewatch that on YouTube. All right, there you go. AeroRising says, you know that live sign behind you, spelled backwards, is evil. Matter of fact, good one, Ant. There's a Eminem line, love is evil, spell it backwards, I'll show you. Anyway, Joan, stick around, bro. I hope that there's a couple of movie titles that you might be interested in knowing about, all right? And you do have a chance to win $256. I'm gonna vips you, bro. We'll convert it into kroner, and you'll get that, okay? Seriously. And Joan, you are a former movie preview game champion. You are in a very elite club, my friend. There's only a few of y'all. And we have been doing this. We show a leaderboard. And so your name's on that leaderboard, man. So stick around, bro. All right? Lots coming up. Hope you dig the Halloween motif. Back to AeroRising says, the new Crow movie still hasn't come out. No, it has actually. I heard it was basura. I know. I heard it was pretty trash. I haven't seen it. I don't think I'm going to unless you know me, I watch a lot of bad movies anyway. You know what I'm saying? But it's not at the top of my watch list, needless to say. He says, makes sense. I'll just stick to the OG. Facts. You know, some things need to be left alone. You know what I mean? But no, I do think that movie's out. And shout out to the Skarsgårds, you know what I mean? I like them, but I heard this movie wasn't good. I'm not sure if Shadow saw it or if he heard somebody said it was bad. I also heard personally someone said it was bad, but haven't seen it yet. Mom, I was gonna tell him all about our Halloween ghost haunted train rides and crazy stuff like that, but I think I'm just gonna skip right over that. We're gonna avoid the trauma, all right? Save that for the therapy sessions, but I appreciate you saying that. I know where you were in your mind. Oh, I guess I'm gonna tell y'all. Said I wasn't, I am. I believe it was the zoo, the Miami Metro Zoo. 1 year, and I don't remember how old I was, probably between 7 and 10, okay? So a little guy. But my parents take me to the zoo because there's like a haunted theme, and there's a ghost train ride. But what we don't know is that throughout the train are some of Hollywood's most iconic horror characters, okay, if I could say it that way. So we're talking Freddy, Jason, witches, I mean, all kinds of people that you would recognize. Freddy, at one point, gets in my face with his little claw, and, you know, he's acting, all right? Hand claps for Freddy. I mean, he was doing a great job. But that wasn't even the scariest part. For some reason, they gave Jason Voorhees a chainsaw. Now, I'm a little kid. I don't even know that you can take the blades out of a chainsaw, mind you. But it sounds ferocious. So Jason is coming down, blaring this chainsaw. It was the most horrific thing. I never wanted to ride a train, much less go to the zoo after that, okay? So imagine that as a little kid. It was the zoo. Thank you so much. Chucha says they were just passengers on the train. So you see, they pretended to be passengers and they turned into these. All right. I don't have nightmares or anything, but I remembered that for a very long time. And then it got worse. So I got a little older and we were invited. Shout out to the Gonzaleses one time. I know.
You are one pathetic loser.
Hey, good one. All right, you ain't wrong. AeroRising says, my dad had the real deal Freddy mask, the glove, everything. I was 6. Eric was 3. That's his brother. We were in a bathtub. He rips the curtain back and scares us. Wasn't even Halloween, just a fucking Wednesday night. Back when parenting was real, you know what I'm saying? Since we're here, I mean, we're doing it. It's Halloween special. Hit me with the mic one more again. All right, so the next Halloween trauma that happened to poor little Rye, we were invited to go, I don't know where it was, don't worry about that. It was like a makeshift haunted house, right? My neighbor's mom and her coworkers put on this haunted house, but it was legit, okay? Like you walk through the building and it's dark and there's people dressed up. They're not supposed to grab you, okay? They're not supposed to do that. But in this haunted house, yeah, hey, well done. Well done. For some reason, in this haunted house, the people working there didn't get the rule book, okay? First of all, there's an old woman, and she's sitting in a rocking chair, and she's holding a doll baby, right? But it all looks real. She's, my baby, my poor baby. And the baby is all, zombified and shit, and I'm the little kid, and I'm like, what's going on? And then somebody's hand reaches out from underneath like it was hidden and grabbed me and freaked out, man. Just, look. It wasn't fun at the time. My mom had a great time of it. She laughed her head off. And shout out to the Gonzaleses one more again. Shadow says, I can't even say that right. La Llorona is real. So imagine hearing you don't go to bed and you start crying, she will come for you. God damn, Shadow. I don't know what that means, man. Sounds like we all had trauma as children. Ant says, it'd be fun to film you at Halloween Horror Nights, I bet. I've never gone. So, honestly, since we're here, I think these experiences have really scarred me. I don't go to things like that. I just don't enjoy it. I never understood it. Why would people pay money to get scared? You know what I mean? It's fucking dumb. Plus, we lived in the hood. I mean, you want to get scared. There's gunshots and shit going off all the time. Just walk outside. Don't even need a reason. I like what's happening in the chat, Paul. AeroRising says, that's the Mexican Bloody Mary, Holmes. Orale, way. Shadow says, what do you mean you don't know Llorona? Maybe I don't know her by that name. Is this the... Look, man, ladies and gentlemen, stop putting our business on blast. I wasn't trying to come on here and tell the world about all the scary shit that we've experienced over the years, okay? I'm just not trying to do that. Llorona. AeroRising says, I went with 2 girls once. LOL. Entire time their eyes were closed and they almost broke my back holding on to me the entire time. Well, it gets real out there. Read it, Llorona. Thank you for that. Hey. Read it, Llorona. Where's Joanne in the chat? Come on, bro. You can help too. Listen. I'm off that segment. Happy Halloween, ladies and gentlemen. I love that we all have these little stories. If anybody else wants to contribute, you're welcome to. Okay? It is the Halloween special. Llorando. Pretty good. Llorona and Llorando. Is that like the new espresso skit on SNL? What's his name? Diego, is it? I don't remember, but it was hilarious. AeroRising says, I don't know what's happening anymore. I think he plays for Real Madrid. That's a good one. I like that too. You could have said a lot of teams, but I like the one you chose. Chucha says, do they do Halloween in Norway? As a matter of fact, they do. And this is a fantastic segue. Although I did have some other things to tell you about beforehand. But yes, they do celebrate Halloween in Norway. Now, I have been told since my time here that it wasn't always as mainstream as it is today, which is to say Norway hasn't done it like we do it in the US, where kids dress up and do the trick-or-treating, at least not like they do today. But today, I think most people celebrate just like we do at home. And so shout out to the young kids who get to dress up, get candy and all that. Ladies and gentlemen, Russ Barber in the chat.
Got a Superman band that I scored from Shaq with an old school caddy.
Said his diamonds in the chat. Poor Russ. Poor Russ. Russ had surgery on his eyes. I think we shared this with y'all last week. Well, he's got two of them, matter of fact. And so he had surgery on the other one this past week. And I saw the picture, Dad. It didn't look too great at first. But he's doing much better. Don't let him fool you. Shout out to you, Russ, man. We love you. It's going to heal. It's fine. It's all part of the game. So happy that you were able to join the stream, man. Bang. And as you know, you have a chance to win that bread. Coming up later on, AeroRising says, that's dedication right there. Surgery on his eyes for the love of the game. Bang. Gonna scare the trick-or-treater. That's right, his costume is on. He's got the costume. All right, let's do this because of the segue. So ladies and gentlemen, we do have a recurring segment that we affectionately call Put You on the Game. And that's where Ryan gets to tell you about something interesting, something topical, something noteworthy. Could be much of anything. Today, it's on brand. Russ says 250 will buy some new dumps. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, it will. For those that don't know, in the Barber household, we call sunglasses dumps. And shout out to my dad for coining the phrase. Love you, man. All right, lost my train of thought. We have a segment called Put You on the Game. Ryan tells you about something cool. Today, it's on brand, so this is what it sounds like. Let me put you on the game. Now remember, all of this motif and theme occurred after I saw Anthony's part of the show.
I'm Anthony, he's Anthony, it's Anthony's part of the show.
So I thought, cool. Lately, we've been telling you about origins of phrases, words, etymology, so to speak. And today I thought, well, maybe some people don't know where Halloween comes from or where it got started. So that might be a cool Put You on the Game segment. So without further ado, I'm going to throw up a graphic. I know you're not going to be able to read it, but that's all right. Ladies and gentlemen, did you know Halloween? So check this out. I have some notes. The origin of Halloween. It's actually based on now I don't know if you say this Celtic or Celtic, depending where you're from. I'm going to say Celtic. That sounds right to me. A Celtic festival of Samhain, some 2,000 plus years ago. Samhain. Now, I don't know if you can read it on that poster, but it doesn't read like Samhain, but I think that's how you pronounce it. So, ancient Celts celebrated Samhain on October 31st, marking the end of harvest and the start of winter. It was believed that on this night, you ready? The boundary between the living and the dead blurred, and it let spirits roam freely. I wish I had a spookier sound for that. Hindsight is 2020. All good though, you're with me. There is an ad break coming up for those of you that are not subscribers. Sadly, you're gonna have to endure those ads, but it is the ad revenue that contributes towards our giveaways. So thank you so much for enduring. But if you wanted to subscribe, there's another bonus. But wait, there's more. Subscribers have a 2-time chance of winning the contest. And so there you go. I'm just saying, subscribers don't have to watch ads, and you do get a pretty cool badge as well. All right. Now, costumes and bonfires, how does that all play in? Well, don't worry, children, I'll tell you. To avoid being recognized by the spirits that roam, Celts often wore animal skins and costumes. often gathering around large bonfires to warm themselves and to protect themselves from the spirits. So naturally, we've adopted some of these things. There's more. There was a Roman influence as well. So when the Romans conquered the Celtic lands, they combined Samhain with their own festivals, including Feralia, honoring the dead, and Pomona, the goddess of fruit, possibly leading to today's bobbing for apples. Can you dig that? And for my Latinos in the chat, thank you so much for being here one more again.
Thank you. Far too kind.
You know, Dia de los Muertos, this all kind of relates in a way, right? As far as the time of year, it seems to me that every culture has some relationship to this. Christian All Saints Day. You ready for this? By the 8th century, the church moved All Saints Day, a day honoring saints and martyrs, to November 1st, with All Hallows Eve being the night before, which is how we get to Halloween. It's all related. Immigrants bring Halloween to America, as a matter of fact. So Irish immigrants escaping the Great Famine in the 1840s, they popularized Halloween traditions in the United States, blending old customs with their American flair. Trick-or-treating. By the 20th century, Halloween becomes this community-based holiday with costumes, pranks, and modern trick-or-treat traditions. So ladies and gentlemen, in a way, all that is how we get to Halloween. And that was putting you on the game. Pretty cool. Hopefully you learned a little something right there. Simply put, ancient Celtics. Samhain. All right. We do have several more segments coming up. Last week, sadly, there wasn't a large audience to watch Anthony's part of the show in the beginning. I know. And so what we ended up doing was pushing it back towards the end of the episode. Now, whether or not we got any more eyeballs on that, I'm not sure, but it was a wonderful segment. Shout out to my guy, AeroRising. Anthony says, you know, American had to find a way to make money off it all. Can't never lie. Listen, the version of Santa Claus that we know and love today, he was invented by Coca-Cola. You know what I'm saying? That's real shit. So yeah. There's still an ad break in progress, 27 seconds. All right, well, let's see if I can kill some time between now and then. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are a subscriber, then hopefully you're still seeing my pretty face. And thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Far too kind.
To tee things up for you, we've got Anthony's part of the show. We've got the movie preview game. We've got the movie review. And we have the Witcher read, because of course we do.
Coin to your Witcher, O Valley of Plenty.
So stick around. And then after all of that, you know what comes after that? That's right. The keyword giveaway. And you'll have a chance to win $256. Damn, I'm so sorry for the ad breaks. There seems to be a few of them today, or at least back to back, but that's all good. And it says, yeah, don't play my segment for another minute. Don't worry, bro. Don't you worry. Got no sound effect for that, other than the Michael Jackson laugh. So hey, it's Halloween. Made me laugh. And again, for my subscribers, thank you so much. You don't have to watch those ads.
Thank you.
Lucky us.
Far too kind.
I hope you're digging the vibe. I am. It's nice to change it up every now and again. And I was able to still blend our color theme with the Halloween vibe. So shout out to Midjourney. Love it. And you're back. Thank you so much for enduring those ads. Enduring those ads. Again, it is the ad revenue that helps contribute towards the giveaway. So I appreciate y'all. Without further ado, I am very, very excited about this next segment for a number of reasons, but mostly because I think it is an amazing contribution to the show, and I hope you all agree. So without further ado, it is time for Anthony's part of the show.
I'm Anthony, he's Anthony, it's Anthony's part of the show.
Welcome back, folks. As you can see, we're at a pumpkin patch. Halloween's right around the corner. You might be asking yourself, where did the whole pumpkin thing come from? Why do we do this on Halloween? Well, I'm gonna tell you. Legend has it, in old Irish folklore, a guy named Stingy Jack. That's where we get jack-o'-lantern from, Stingy Jack. Well, he made a deal with the devil, right? And the devil didn't like this deal because Stingy Jack, he tried to screw the devil over. So when Jack died, devil didn't take him in. He couldn't get into hell and he couldn't get into heaven. But the devil gave him just a little piece of coal that was burning. So then all the Irish people, they used turnips and potatoes. Well, the Great Potato Famine, a lot of people came over here from Ireland to America and they discovered these vegetables, these pumpkins, were a lot easier to carve in and put little lights in them than a turnip. So that's where we get jack-o'-lantern and that's where we get Halloween pumpkins from. The Irish, who knew? Let me take you to the church. This looks like the older part of the church. This is probably my first time on church grounds in at least 20 years. You know, I don't really like contributing to churches. I'm not gonna lie to you. You guys see that Yankee hat though?
Yankees, baby, and why till I die, no lie.
Yankees World Series tonight, baby. Let's go. Go Yankees. Look at this shit. Salem, Massachusetts, right here in Tallahassee. There's literally no one here though. Spooky out here. All right, guys, thanks for coming with me to the pumpkin patch here in Tallahassee, Florida. I'm so happy that you guys came along with me, learned a little bit about the history of the pumpkin and the jack-o'-lantern and how it got over here to America, why they use pumpkins. And yeah, as always, remember, everything means nothing, but some things mean everything. I'll see y'all later. I'm just gonna sit down here for a second, take a load off.
Anthony's part of the show.
Yeah, God, I love that so much. Let's go. And that was awesome, bro. One more time, man. And I knew we were gonna get an update regarding the baseball. Last week, it was mentioned that the Yankees had clinched their seat in the World Series and that the Dodgers were playing to figure out if they were going to the show or not. And as it turns out, they did. And I guess they're up 1. Hand claps. And says, don't get me started. Sounds like it was a good game, though. I didn't see it, obviously, but that's awesome. But that segment, though, one more again. I love the sound effects. I love the thematic music. Super on brand, and it inspired me to make a whole motif. So well done. Applauding you one more time. Salem Witch Trials in Tallahassee. And you got another put you on the game. Shout out to you, Ant. Now y'all know where the jack-o'-lanterns kind of came from. Oh, Stingy Jack. You know what I kept hearing in my head was, if that was me, I'd have taken that deal in crawfish and then drill that old devil in the ass.
Johnny Ringo, the deadliest pistol there since Wild Bill, they say.
Chill. If you know, you know. Chucha says segment was great. Absolutely it was. Flowers for you, my guy. You're killing it. And says Stingy Jack was a dummy. Non-believers turn to stone when they go to church. Be careful over there. And And that's from a bruja. I get to do it. It's my show. What are you going to do about it? Ladies and gentlemen, one more time. That was Anthony's part of the show.
I'm Anthony, he's Anthony, it's Anthony's part of the show.
And your back was tight well before that fucking trip to the church. All right, man. My guy's been complaining about his backy. Doctor said I need a backy atom. You're doing fine. How's the new recliner, man? Hopefully you're styling and profiling, baby. He says, I cut out where I said burst into flames if these churchers. I guess those are the outtakes. I was telling Ant, I would love to see some of the outtakes as like a reel or a second, video. We could do that. What would be kind of fun, now I'm gonna have you do more production work. Do Anthony's part of the show, right? And then put together an outtake montage, and we can put that either as the cold open or as the end. That would be hilarious, man. Anyway, just, if you don't have nothing else to do, make more videos. All right, y'all ready? What's happening next? Well, actually, before we get into the movie preview game, there was something else I intended to mention at the top of the show, and so I'll do it now. We mentioned it last week, but the promo's still going on, so let's do this. Y'all ready? Ladies and gentlemen, Discord Nitro. So I shared with you all, turn that reverb off. I shared with you all last week that Twitch is currently running a promo. And I'm gonna tell you all about it again, just in case anybody can benefit from this. I don't use Discord like that. I'm on Discord, but I don't need the Nitro. But in case you use Discord heavy or tough, this could be a great advantage for you, and so it's kind of a 2-for-1. Now, for anyone that doesn't know what Discord is, let's start there. And shame on me, last week I didn't take those notes, so this week I did. Y'all ready? So Discord is a communication platform. It's designed for cultivating and creating communities kind of like ours. Aww. It offers text, voice, and video chat features. It allows users to connect through servers or channels that are focused on specific topics or interests in most cases. It was originally popular among gamers, as we mentioned last week. It has, however, expanded to serve a variety of communities, including study groups, hobbyists, and professional teams, as a matter of fact. So what is Discord Nitro? Well, it's a premium subscription that offers enhanced features. Features like higher quality video, higher streaming, increased upload times and files, the ability to use custom emotes, just like Shadow bopped in the chat there, shout out to you. It also promotes boosting server performance. Nitro subscribers also get a cool badge to show their support for Discord. So from right now through October 31st, any new or gifted Twitch subscription will come with a bonus of 3 months of Discord Nitro. So, if you didn't have enough reasons to subscribe, you're not gonna have ads. Bang. You're gonna get a 2-time chance of winning the money later on. And you're gonna get 3 months of Discord Nitro. Shout out. So there you go. And obviously, you don't have to subscribe. You being here is all the love I need. If you are watching and you haven't said hello in the chat, shame on you. But I would love that too. All right, we love your contributions. It's only a little fun if you do it by yourself. Shout out to the fan bam. Thank you.
Thank you. Far too kind.
Love y'all. All right. So y'all ready for the next segment or what? Joan, I hope you're still here, man, because I would love nothing more than to add another number, another notch on the belt. Pause. Speaking of belts, this is what I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to kick off the movie preview game. And this is what you're playing for. That's the strap, ladies and gentlemen. And there are some cool emotes. He's still here. Appreciate you, man. Cool. So here we go. The movie preview game. How it works and what the stakes are. I'm going to tell you. In just a moment, I'm going to throw up a gradient frame on screen. And when you see that, typically it means Ryan's going to play a movie trailer of sorts. All right? So when the trailer starts, all you have to do is be the first person to correctly name the film in the chat. Now, there are a couple caveats to this. One, it's got to be the full title of the film. So in a scenario where it's a sequel, it has to be the full name. So I say this analogy just about every week. It's the best one I can come up with. If it's Harry Potter 3, it's got to be Harry Potter and Prisoner of Azkaban, Chamber of whatever. You with me? You got to say the full title. And you also have to spell it right, okay? Of course you do. And it's the first person to get it correctly. The other caveat is that we need you to do that before the title is said on screen. Let's go! I don't know who Fast Ethereum is, but we so appreciate you. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Far too kind.
Now again, I'm not hearing any sounds that are supposed to be played for that animation, but if you all are hearing it, that's all that really matters. But what matters most is that you did that. Thank you so much. AeroRising says, Home Alone, Lost in New York. Way easier analogy. All right, hand claps to you. Although, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Like, you couldn't say Home Alone 2. That's better. All right, I like it. You got me. I think it's because there are so many Harry Potters, and they all have long titles, so it's always just a good one to go to. Plus, who doesn't love Harry Potter? You know what I'm saying? Bang. All right. Now, before we move forward, we got to give our current champion his shine, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, he is a 10-time champion. Can you believe that? Someone has won the belt 10 times? Holy moly. He says, cue it up like he knows what's about to happen. You don't know, bruh. Shut your head down, boy. I'm getting a little too excited in the gorilla box. No, for anybody that does watch the show, you know exactly who's coming to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, per his request, you saw it in the video. Yankees, baby, NY till I die, no lie. Love you, bro. Shout out to my guy, AeroRising.
Let me start with, I'm north is where my heart is. Yankees, baby, NY till I die, no lie. I've been through some tough times, some rough climbs. You think you had a bad life, you ain't heard about mine. My dad was selling drugs in the ghetto where I'm from. Running from the cops, Tallahassee, here I come. I wanted to go back, if I could, then I would. Thank the Lord I didn't, cause that shit was for the good.
Bang! There he is, in his Halloween costume, no less. That's so on brand. Shout out to you, AeroRising. One more again, man. You are a 10-time movie preview game champion. It wasn't even Halloween? That's hilarious. That makes it so much better. So my bad, bro. I thought you were the ultimate warrior for Halloween one year, and naturally that was your costume. You mean to tell me this whole time that was just a Saturday night and you were wearing it? Fucking Monday Nitro is what it was. He's just kidding, but it's funny to imagine. All right, he's fucking with me. He's fucking with me. No, it was a Halloween costume, man, and it's adorable. Come on, bro. I bet it still fits. You know what I mean? We'll find that somewhere. He says, I did wear it randomly, though. No doubt. Motherfucker was coming off the top rope. Bang. 10-time champion. Hand claps one more game. Pretty dope. Pretty dope to be a 10-time champ. First time chatter, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Fast ETH or Fate ETH. Holla holla. Fate ETH. Is that how you say that? Fate ETH? Let me know. It doesn't mean Ethereum? Is it that? If I know you personally, all the better. You should let me know who it is, and then I can give you your real shine. But if I don't, then I just appreciate you being here. Thank you again.
Thank you. Far too kind.
And thank you so much for the subscription. You didn't have to do that, but it does afford you a few things. You ready? Bang. Not only did you just get Discord Nitro for 3 months, shout out. You don't have to watch the ads anymore. You get some cool emojis to use on this channel and anywhere else on Twitch. And the best part, today, you're eligible, 2-time chance of winning the $256 keyword giveaway. Shout out to you, one more again, hand claps. And just because. And if you're earning those channel redemption points, or the tokens, or the coins that we like to toss to our Witcher, feel free to redeem those at any time. You get those just by watching. He says, yeah, I followed on Twitter. Let's go!
Thank you. Far too kind.
Listen, this technically... Damn, and you know, I just realized we just reached our goal of 60 followers. That has been a goal for a very long time, and we did that. And so, Faye, this is for you.
A new follower joining us in the party bus. It's going down, showing love, turn the music up. All my homies hit emojis, got them going nuts.
I love y'all, can't thank you enough.
Welcome to the family, now you part of the club. I wanna see the chat lit, baby, blow the shit up. We getting better and better, the only method of the motto. Now you appreciate the follow.
I love y'all from the bottom. Dang! Thank you so much for the love, for the support, for the follows. Stupid dope. Love that.
Thank you. Far too kind.
So check this out. You're just in time because we are about to play the movie preview game. So I hope you studied up. I hope you're a film buff. And I'm not going to give away any clues, but naturally, it is a Halloween theme. All right? I'll let y'all do with that what you will. But we got to give some more shine. Joanne, I know you're still here, bro. I promised you a leaderboard. We got to show who else has been a champion. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the leaderboard sitting pretty at the top there. AeroRising, again, 10-time champion. Now, you hold the belt if no one gets it, but you don't earn a notch on the leaderboard. I mean, you got to really win it. Fate ETH, check this out. If you win the movie preview game 3 times, R&B is gonna buy you some movie tickets and take you to the movies. So AeroRising has won, I think, 2 movie tickets so far. Shout out. And I forget what we said we were gonna do, but at some point he's probably gonna win some more. So there you go. You gotta beat my guy Ant. He's pretty good. But Joanne, your name's on there. Shadow, your name's on there. Miss Carmen San Diego, she's not here, but I'm gonna do this. Yeah. Come on. Carmen.
Well, she sneaks around the world from Vienna to Carolina.
Come on, it's cute, right? Just wait for the drop.
From Berlin down to Belize. She'll take you for a ride on a slow boat to China. Tell me, where in the world is
Carmen San Diego?
Let's go! All right, shout out to all of our movie preview game champions. Yeah. Got so many buttons to press over here.
That's what she said.
I don't know if she said that or not. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, here comes your... Wait for it. It's just the gradient. It's just the gradient. All right, it's just the gradient. We'll get you ready. So that's the frame I was telling you all about. What this means is that in just a second, we're gonna play a movie trailer, and you have to be the first person to guess or know the right movie title in the chat, and you will be next week's champion. Everybody ready? Not gonna give you any clues. I alluded to something. Won't say too much. Let me say this loudly. You gotta spell it right. That's all I'm gonna say about that. All right, I'm gonna turn down the Halloween lo-fi so that you all can really enjoy and appreciate this week's movie preview. Best of luck, contestants.
Come to me. Come to me.
Close, close. Oh! He spelled it exactly right, too. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for my guy, Joanne. Shout out to you, bro. Enjoy the trailer, everybody.
You've had this
He got you,
since childhood. Tell me what you can from the beginning.
Toss a coin to your witcher, oh valley of plenty.
Good one, bro.
Everyone was
She
dead.
said that was my second Halloween choice. You'll get there one day, Mom, I promise.
Horrible.
It says I was slow on the trigger. Knew
Standing
it. Doc
before me.
Holiday.
Was death. But I'd never been so happy.
Looks good, though. Shout out to Willem Dafoe. We've been talking about him a lot on this show.
Creature is a force more powerful than evil. Its desire is to consume all life on Earth. Only you can redeem us. He is coming.
I see your comment. There
is a devil in this world, and I have met him. But you could never please me as he could.
Shout out to you, Joanne. I feel that.
I'm ready.
There it is. Theaters on Christmas. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me give it up one time for, and we've got a new follower. Let's go. Let me see if I can read your name. It's Water Not Your Enemy? Water Not Your Enemy. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new follower. We hit the button. This is for you. I love y'all. I appreciate the follow. Thank you so much. And he's correcting me in the chat, or they're correcting me. Water no get enemy. Bang. Thank you so much for that. Water no get enemy. Let's go. It's actually the name of a song. All right, cool. Sounds like some Bob Marley and the Wailers, perhaps. Water no get enemy. I don't know. But nevertheless, thank you for the follow. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. You're far too kind.
If you don't know it, we're giving away some money at the end of this show, $256. But right now, we need to give it up for this week's champion, ladies and gentlemen. And I got to take your name down. Sorry, Aunt. His name is Joan Roa, and I'm welcoming him to the stage like this. Don't worry, Joan. Next week, we're going to play your real music. But because you're this week's champion, we gotta celebrate, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time. And there's an ad break coming up in a little bit. Stay tuned. If you gotta stomach the ad break, sorry about that. It's the money that pays for the giveaway. Chucha says, it's going to be your new theme song when you win a game on the TV show. How about that? I'd have to hear it, but maybe it is. And then AeroRising says, even Flair lost the belt 15 times. Woo! Absolutely. Interesting lo-fi there. First of all, Nosferatu, shout out one more again. The new one looks great. The OG is the OG vampire film. In fact, I think it's rumored that it was actually a real vampire. I know. It's all spooky juice. Don't worry about it. But it is Halloween, so I figured I'd throw that out there. Joanne, if you have any insights to that would be pretty cool. But thank you all so much for playing the movie preview game. So, Joanne, if you win one more time, my guy, Guess who's going to the movies, baby? That's right. Awesome. Awesome. Next up is Ryan's movie series review. All right, Ryan's movie series review. So without further ado, I hope you dig this montage.
It's only a movie. Just look over your shoulders, honey.
Yeah!
Good morning, Vietnam!
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
I don't even own a gun, let alone many guns that would necessitate an entire rack.
Snakes? Snakes. I don't know no snakes.
Well, I got a number. How do you like them apples?
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Hey, you guys!
Enjoy your remaining years.
I will. Enjoy fucking jewels.
I will.
That Veronica Vaughn is one piece of ace.
The snozberries taste like snozberries.
Alrighty then.
Get your popcorn ready. Yeah! Pretty cool. And again, shout out to AeroRising for putting that together for us. Appreciate all your contributions. And I want to recognize Johan says they tried to do Bram Stoker Dracula, or Stoker rather. Bram Stoker's something else. Okay? They tried to do Bram Stoker Dracula, but I guess they didn't have the rights, so they called it Nosferatu. Later on, they did Bram Stoker. Why do I want to say Stoker so bad?
That's what she said.
Later on, they did Bram Stoker, and it was also pretty good. Hand claps for that. But that Nosferatu, the original, he was scary. He was a scary character. I don't know. It doesn't seem like they're doing the same look in the new one, though. I don't know. Ant says, sucking more than just blood. You know what I'm saying? Bram Stoker. Shout out to you, man. And I'm so touched, pause. Thank you all so much for the support today. I figured it was going to be a few $100s that did it. You know what I mean? But we're here. We're doing this thing. We've got 3 new subscribers, as a matter of fact. And 60 followers. How cool is that? How cool is that? I don't know why the subscriber goal isn't reflective of what it ought to be. By my count, it's got a couple more in there, but that's all right. Don't worry about that. Look, thank you. It means a lot. There's an ad break in progress, so I guess we'll kill 30 seconds or so and then bring it on back. For those of you that are subscribers, you ain't got to worry about it. You know what I mean? You ain't got to worry about it. Joanne, I guess you can't hear me. I need to know what music you want to come out to next week. I have a feeling we're going to replay what we did last time, but if not, we'll figure it out together, baby. Halloween, just because. I'm probably gonna get strikes for all of these sounds, by the way, on YouTube. Fortunately, Twitch, I guess, is more lenient with it. Like, nothing bad happens when you play music and sounds on Twitch, but they do sometimes cut out your sound in the VOD recording. Like, you can't play it back. I guess there may be different rules when you go live versus the replay. I'm not sure how it works. But every week on the YouTube, it's like, your video is not being shown in these 7 areas because of a copyright ban or whatever. It's fine. It doesn't have any impact until we become a monetized channel, and I don't know how long that'll be, okay? But if and when we get there, watch this. Ready? Ladies and gentlemen, we're back! Thank you so much for sticking around. Sorry for those ads. It is the revenue from the ads that pays for the giveaway, so I appreciate you pushing through that. Pause. It is now Ryan's movie series review. And for anybody that's new, oftentimes we start low and end high, okay? What I mean by that is I'm typically gonna talk to you about the things that I've seen in the order in which I enjoyed them or thought that they were worth talking about. Does that make sense? God, I hope so. And because comedy specials kind of live in their own category, if I see those, I often talk about those firstly. And this week is no exception. Chucha says, hoping to like at least one this week. I have a feeling there's at least one that you're gonna love very much. All right? Yeah. At least one. Maybe a couple. But first up, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna say his full name correctly, so apologies before I try. I heard him say it a couple times, so at least I'm gonna get his first name right, I hope. But ladies and gentlemen, he's a comedian that is brilliant, as most are. And I'll tell you more about the special after I show you the poster. His name is Hasan Minhaj? Yeah. Hasan? I want to say Hasan, but I think it's Hasan. So there you go. Bang. I said I was going to say it right. I think I said it wrong. How about that? Ant says, movie star reviews normally go to 5-star. Ryan is on a 3-star system. Love that. All right. So shout out to Hasan Minhaj, or however you say it. Off with his head. That's his new special. And so I'll give you the synopsis and then I'll tell you what I thought. So y'all ready? So the comedian addresses recent controversy surrounding his previous stand-up content where certain anecdotes were found to be embellished. But he addresses all of this. He uses his Netflix special to explore the fine line between comedic exaggeration and fact, humorously weaving in corrections to his material by a fictional fact checker as he comments on his career, political landscape, and race relations. Hasan is known for his blend of irony and sharp political insight. He tackles themes that range from California's housing issues to broader U.S. power dynamics, delivering each topic with his signature mix of satire, wit, and self-reflection. All right, that's Ryan's write-up and synopsis, but let me just tell you, I dug it. Look, do I think he's hilarious? Nah. Do I think he's brilliant? Absolutely. And he's very poignant on the mic, and I respect that highly. I think he's a gifted orator. He's certainly plugged into the political spheres and spectrum, and so it's just dope. And if you like politically charged humor, he's a good watch. Joanne says, Steph recommended me this one. Cool. Shout out to Steffi. For those that are in the notes, Joanne is a colleague of mine, and so too is Stephanie. So shout out to all of y'all. Love y'all. It was cool. Now, are you gonna love it? No, like I said, he makes you laugh a couple times, but really it's the perspective. I told you kind of some of the subject matter and the things that are discussed, but I think it's worth seeing. If you love stand-up comedy, it's a dope new special, and it's one that I watched, and so I tell you about it, and so there you go. Not my top 10 or anything like that, but it was cool. Ant says, fact you started with this one. Not a good sign. I don't hate him, but not moving the needle for me. And that's fair. That's fair. I will, again, I don't love his comedic style, but I respect more than anything else his performance. All right, as somebody who fancies themselves a presenter of sorts, when I see others do it exceptionally well, I gotta give shine. And so I watched it and I was open to it and I thought it was humorous. And again, I love the fact that it's intelligent humor. You know, sometimes you watch comedian and it's just like, I don't know, profanity and vulgar, and that's funny too. I mean, that has its place, but this is intellectual in my opinion, and I dig it. Ant says, he's our age, has our style, wears J's, but over time he seems too fake for me. Like you said, I feel like I'm getting a performance instead of just being real. You know how I feel about that. Bang. Well, yes and yes, I think. I think you're right. I think that there are elements that are authentic and really him. And in fact, you know, he talks about his family and his race and other races and how the way that they might think versus how other cultures and races might think. And it's interesting, you know, and you got to watch it with an open mind. And I do think that there are a lot of elements that are authentic, but it is a performance too. But I think almost all stand-up performances are that, right? I mean, I think there are those that are a bit more authentic, like when you catch them off stage, you're still getting that same person. But I think that there are elements of Hasan off stage that you see on stage as well. So again, shout out. He says, yeah, give me those guys. I dig it. And look, shout out to you, man. And because I can do that, it's my show. I have encouraged AeroRising to jump on stage for as long as I can remember and do it. Do the open mic thing. He's brilliant. I hope he's got the bits. Shout out, man. He says, if I wanted a show, I'd go to Broadway, Tallahassee Little Theater. As a matter, it's so interesting. The word, this is a simulation for show. Hold that thought, okay? What you just said is gonna become relevant in just a minute, and I didn't pay you to do that, so that's pretty cool. But I feel you, bro. But listen, memorizing bits of any kind and performing them in front of an audience, keyword performing, it's a rehearsed thing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what you're looking for exactly. I'm sure Hasan is funny off stage too. He does some things in the special that are spot on. He does some crowd work, and you know he feeds off the crowd a little bit. It's good. Look, can't say too much about it. Ant says, side note, went to a Halloween party last week, Lizeth and them. Then a few days later, Vero goes to dinner with them, and they were all like, we did not know Anthony was that funny. What? They've been knowing you for how long? Didn't know you were funny? Come on. That's shame on them. Maybe you just had a hell of a night. Your bits was on point, baby bang. He's like, I'm like, there's probably a whole bit coming. I'm gonna take down this poster and get to the next one because I know it's a Saturday and some of y'all got things to do. Shadow says women. Matter of fact, we haven't heard from you in a minute, so here he is.
Federico, Fede.
All right, just because. Pretty cool. And one more again, shout out to Hasan Minhaj, off with his head. That was perfect. Good on y'all. All right. We got that one out the way. I love stand-up comedy. I know my guy Joan does too. Joan Roa. And it was recommended. So check it out. And you have no excuse not to see it. You got to do that. For the rest of y'all, you don't love it as much as we do. It's cool. Now, I was motivated to watch this next title for a couple of reasons. It's going to be very apparent for you as soon as I tell you why. Ant says, I think I'll just rewatch Bigger and Blacker. Hey, you can't go wrong with Bigger and Blacker. And then he says, the stand-up, not the pornography. My guy. Shout out to Chris Rock. Bang. All right. Now look, I don't really do animated joints like that, okay? But I saw this and I was like, no, they didn't do that, did they? And I didn't know if I loved it or I hated it off the title. And then I was like, listen, it's Halloween. In case I do a Halloween theme, let me watch this and then maybe we can talk a little bit about it. But it was cute. Ladies and gentlemen, it was, y'all ready for this? It's a Halloween special. And I'm gonna say your name wrong because it's hard to read. Water no get enemy, says LOL in the chat. Water no get enemy. Is it like water no get enemy? Is that what that is? Or no get enemy like literally? Water no get enemy. You know what I'm saying? Does it make sense when I'm saying it? It's like water no get enemy. I don't know. That's how I'm gonna say it from now on though. I hope you don't mind. Water no get enemy. All right, anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an animated short on Netflix. And it is Sing Thriller.
Cause this night, and no one's gonna save you from the beast about to strike. You know it's night, you're fighting for your life inside a killer thriller.
Let's go. And it is. It's exactly that. I wasn't sure. I was like, are they just saying thriller? And then I read the synopsis, and of course it is. So y'all ready for this? It is a Halloween-themed animated short featuring characters from the Sing series. Now, I'll be honest, I haven't seen Sing. I've seen clips, though, and some of it I've heard is really good. What's cool is that they, as the title suggests, there are famous artists that sing as these characters, and then other famous celebrities and artists do the voiceover work. So shout out. So it was directed by Garth Jennings. The story follows Buster Moon as his cast. They stage a performance of Michael Jackson's Thriller, hence the song, at the New Moon Theater. Getting the play on words there. After the show, they lead to Clay Calloway's Halloween party. I don't know who these people are, and I watched it. Only to find that a mysterious ooze has transformed the guest into dancing zombies. So it's very much kidified, but they did it. They hit the... I'm gonna do it again just because. They hit the Thriller. All right, the film includes voice work from Matthew McConaughey, Tori Kelly, Nick Kroll, Scarlett Johansson, and Taron Egerton. Shout out. But that wouldn't be enough. It wouldn't be enough to do it like that. So of course I had to. It's a Halloween theme, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm gonna play you the trailer. Why wouldn't I? I hope you dig it. It's adorable. Check it out.
Please take your seats. The show is about to begin.
Party time, baby!
Where is everybody?
Okay, Mr. Spooky Pants, you got us.
Treat yourself to Illumination's all-new Sing Short. Only on Netflix.
It's cute.
Sing Thriller.
There it is. So, and I'll put the poster back up briefly. Bang. Man, so many things going on. You don't know how many buttons I got to hit on this side. Pause. So I wasn't sure how they were going to make it all work, but I liked what they did. I'm not going to spoil it for you. You all should check it out. It's a short. I think it's like 15 minutes at the most, so it's worth watching. Absolutely. The little koala's cute. And they even, I don't want to say too much. It's cute, but, you know, zombies, it's in there. So Sing, Thriller, bang, happy Halloween. There you go. This is Thriller. Who am I kidding? It was just an excuse to play This is Thriller a few times. It's a Halloween special. All right. Now watch how these two titles tie in. You ready? This one is not Halloween themed, but I'm going to tell you about it nevertheless. Shout out to PR Mushu 7. I know exactly who that is. Thank you for being here, darling. And listen, stick around. We are giving away $256. You know what I mean? It'll be worth your time. Mushu! Shout out. All right, so the next, it's a documentary, so it's a movie, it counts. It's also on Netflix, at least that's how I saw it. So this is, I'm just gonna tell you what it is, and I'm gonna tell you why I watch it. I watch it for a couple of reasons, but you'll understand in just a second. Ladies and gentlemen, the documentary is called Save the Children, a Concert for the Ages. Now, what you probably can't tell because that graphic is so small on your screens, there are so many artists that perform that are, I'm like, to be at that show is incredible. I think it was like a multi-day event. In fact, I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is in just a second. But this is what caught my eye. So on my Netflix, and shout out to AeroRising, it's happening, ladies and gentlemen. It's finally happening. I knew it. I thought to myself, listen, if it gets to like $200, maybe people will tune in. So thank you all.
Thank you.
Finally off this lovely Saturday. Let's go, girl.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone?
Go! Wait.
Let's go. Good one, Ant.
Okay, what's happening? Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone?
Did we play it twice?
Wait.
I don't know, but it's still great. Gotta hope it doesn't loop. AeroRising says LOL. All right, so check this out. So now, let me also preface by saying, at the time that I watched this, I didn't have many titles under my belt this week, because every week, if you watch 5 movies at a time and series and all that, that's a lot, you know what I mean? And last week, we went live on Sunday, so I had one less day to watch programs. So I think this was just a couple nights ago, but this isn't the poster that I saw on my Netflix. Y'all ready to know what poster I saw? Because it'll be really obvious as to why I watched this thing. Ladies and gentlemen, ABC, come on. Easy as 1, 2, 3. All simple as slow, break me. ABC, 1, 2, 3, baby, you and me. Yeah. So that is the poster that I got on my Netflix. And so if you don't know this, firstly, the posters in the US and the posters overseas are often different for whatever reason. And then over time, I think Netflix tries different posters to get people to watch based on preference and their like categories of interest. So yeah. Ant says, yeah, algorithms, bro, they know you. Facts. So little MJ, so you know, I'm scrolling, I'm like, wait a second, what is this? And I knew it wasn't like a biopic or anything like that. But I was like, a concert for the ages. Is it just the Jackson 5? And I go to look, but I'm pleasantly surprised it's not just the Jackson 5. Y'all ready to know who's in this? And I'm gonna take little Michael down. Shout out to him one more game. And Mom, I hope you're here. This is essentially your era, babe. I hope you can contribute. Ant says, go on ahead and put MJ on there to get this guy. Exactly. They knew what they were doing. So, Save the Children, A Concert for the Ages, is a digitally restored Netflix documentary directed by Stan Latham. It revisits the iconic 1972 Operation Push exposition. It's an event featuring legendary performers. Y'all ready for this? Get your mind right. Shout out to Ant, Isaac, Quincy. I might even see my boy Sammy. Chooch is here. Chooch, do you know about Save the Children? So, this is not a complete list, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm gonna hit you with some names that I saw in the concert. Y'all ready? Marvin Gaye, Roberta Flack, The Jackson 5, Curtis Mayfield, Bill Withers, Gladys Knight, The Temptations, Cannonball Adderley, Isaac Hayes, and Sammy Davis Jr., not to name a few. So the concert celebrates both musical artistry and social activism. It was held in Chicago. The concert was not only a showcase of musical talent, but it also highlighted social justice themes, capturing a significant cultural moment in American history. It was dope. When I tell you that it felt like, I mean, just about everyone that I could think of in entertainment who was black at the time, right? Shout out. Black excellence for show. They were on the stage, and I was like, God damn, how'd they get all these people to do this? But it was awesome, fantastic concert, and of course, I'm partial to J5. And so Don Cornelius intros them, and I'm not sure. I thought to myself, considering like the outfits that they wear on stage, I thought I've seen just about every Jackson 5 performance that's ever been recorded, but I'm not sure if I've ever seen this one, at least not in its entirety, and it was remastered, so it was a wonderful experience. But when I tell you that, and this is not my biased opinion, this is what I felt watching the concert, the audience's response to the Jackson 5 was bar none. I mean, they were the group, you know what I mean? Now, part of it is because I think they appealed to such a range of ages, right? I mean, I'm sure little boys wanted to be just like them, and little girls wanted to be with them, you know what I'm saying? And you had Jackie all the way down to Michael at the time, and it was like, so good. Just so good. Anyway, but to see, I'll be honest, there are several names that I just listed that I hadn't seen perform before, and to watch them do their thing One of the things that tickled me was the Temptations. They had like a special mic stand that had about 4 or 5 different microphones, and they were all like panned a certain way. So they would just like gather around that mic stand. It was awesome. It was worth seeing. Marvin Gaye killed it. I can't say too much. It was fantastic. Ant says, I know a little boy that wanted to be with them too. Come on now. Come on. But it was dope. And yeah, Chicago, man. All right. So that was that. Bang. Save the Children. A concert for the ages. And there was a lot of, scenes shot on the streets of Chicago that was cool, for it being a period piece. 1972. You know what I mean? It's just cool. It's cool to watch. David Ruffin, shout out. Bang. I was playing like scenes from the 5 Heartbeats in my mind while I was watching them perform too. And anyway, it was good, man. Shout out. All right. Now, none of those are kind of normal movies and series. You know what I'm saying? You had the stand-up comedy, it's a special. You had the documentary about the concert, that's unique. You had the animated short, right? Not your normal movies. This next one, it's a regular old movie. You know what I'm saying? And it is a film that was once part of our movie preview game, not for nothing. And it was cute, it was funny. Wasn't great, I know. I know, but it was cute. Was it worth watching? I think so. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next is Brothers. Starring Peter Dinklage. I wanted to make sure I got his name right. I almost put an extra R in there. And Josh Brolin. Here's the synopsis. Y'all ready? It's a 2024 action comedy filmed by Max Barbacow. Hope I said his name right. Featuring, as I share with you, Peter Dinklage and Josh Brolin. Get it right or pay the price. They're actually twin brothers, which is pretty comical. And the story follows Moki, that is Josh Brolin's character, a reformed criminal attempting to lead a stable life. He reunites with his more reckless brother, JD, I think is his name, or JD. And Moki's character is preparing for fatherhood. But basically, the duo embark on a chaotic heist road trip dealing with legal troubles, family drama, and they're trying to mend their long, estranged relationship. What's happening here? I lost my... Are y'all still with me? I lost my sounds for some reason. No. Uh-oh. I literally lost my soundboard. This ain't good. That'll fuck up the whole rest of the show. Ant says, I'm here losing your sounds. That's spooky, and I can't hit them. So hold that thought. Matter of fact, I might be able to do something. Come on, Rod. Troubleshoot this thing on the fly, baby. There we go. There we go. Woo! God, that was scary for sure. That's never happened before. He says, just got a raw dog. Oh, acapella. No, we're back. All right, so the cast... Josh Brolin is, I'm not even going to tell you the characters' names. Josh Brolin, Peter Dinklage, Glenn Close, shout out to her one time. She plays their mother. Marissa Tomei, Brendan Fraser, and Taylor Page, shout out. It's cute, all right? That's the easiest way to say it. It's cute. Is it great? No. Did it hold my attention? Yes. Was I glad I watched it? Yes. I think it's on Amazon Prime for y'all. So there it is. Brothers. There are a few things that happen that are cute and really funny, and then there's some things that happen like, yeah, right, bro. Never. Would never happen. But it's a cute film. I like both of these actors. Fine actors. Shout out one more time. He says, Save the Children should have been above this. It is in the sense of how good it was. I wanted to segue into movies and series. You see the difference? I try to categorize the posters, but I appreciate the feedback nevertheless. All right. There is an ad break coming up in 2 minutes. I'm so sorry. If you want to subscribe, you won't have to endure. But for the rest of us, Mom, I promised you there was going to be at least one title. Brothers, I think you might like. Okay, it's cute, it's fun. You and Dad might love it. But this next one, I enjoyed more than that, and I'm hoping you find it to be interesting too. Y'all ready? All right. The title is, and it says, Brothers Rather Watch Sister Sister. Tia and Tamara. Shout out to you, man. All right, the next film up is called Woman of the Hour. Now, if you're not up on this yet, I think it's, as you can see on the poster, just came out October 18th. Should be on Netflix where you are. It is the directorial debut of Miss Anna Kendrick. Directing and starring in. Shout out to her. First of all, I think she is a fantastic actress. I think she does very well in this, but the fact that she directed it also, hand claps one more again. All right, so I'm gonna read this one in the movie preview voice guy. Y'all ready? Woman of the Hour is a chilling thriller directed by Anna Kendrick, making her directorial debut. The film is based on a true story of serial killer Rodney Alka, who appeared on the game show The Dating Game in the 1970s. So this is true. So this serial killer goes on the dating game, and he ends up winning, not for nothing. But it's a good movie. Ant says, I like her, but you better sell me on this review. All right, well, don't worry. I'm not done. I've got 40 seconds to sell it to you. You ready? Kendrick stars as Cheryl Bradshaw. She's the bachelorette on the show, whose life intersects with Alka's in a harrowing and unexpected way. The plot explores the themes of danger and misogyny, highlighting how Alka's charming exterior masks his violent tendencies. The film contrasts the seeming lighthearted nature of the dating show with the grim reality of Alka's crimes, ultimately questioning the societal norms that allow such violence against women to persist. How am I doing? 4 seconds remaining. See you when you get back. But it's cool, and there is this juxtaposition between the dating game and then some of his rape and murders. I know, that's what it does. Ant says, when will women learn? It's pre or post Ted Bundy? I don't know. I want to say pre, to be honest. And I doubt you can even hear me unless, I don't know if you can. But similar to Ted Bundy, look, let me just say this. He says, definitely pre-Al Bundy. Good one. I like he can make his own jokes without being tuned in. Chucha says, I remember when this happened. Shout out, bang. So it was pre. There you go. What I wanted to say was the actor who plays Rodney, and matter of fact, I'll give you the cast list, okay? Y'all ready? So Anna Kendrick, not only did she direct, but she stars. She's the principal actress. And then Daniel Zavato is Rodney Alcala. Hand claps. Now, I don't know if I've seen him in anything else. He might be the guy from Stranger Things. There's a character on Stranger Things who has very long hair. He did remind me of that guy, but I don't think that's him. So I'm not going to put him in the same category. But, and I think, can you hear me right now? If you can hear me, type in the chat. If you can't, obviously don't. You know what I mean? I'll tell you what. There's only 58 seconds before people that are watching ads. Let me, in fact, a little agua. But Mom, tell me, what was it like for you? I mean, if you lived through it, that's crazy. Also, it was interesting to see the dating game. Like, that was the game show. It was so kind of corny, too. One of the things that I really loved, and this is not a spoiler. Matter of fact, this is a spoiler. I've got the trailer. I've got the trailer. So 18 seconds when the ad break comes back. The ads are starting to really look at my mojo and flow. Might have to cut those off. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Hang in there. You're doing great. 5 seconds. And then hopefully there's not another ad break. That would be terrible. Ladies and gentlemen, you're back.
Thank you. Far too kind.
Thank you so much for staying tuned, hanging out. Sorry for those ads. You didn't miss anything. We waited for you. All right, what I wanted to acknowledge are a couple of the actors in this film. First of all, Anna Kendrick. She does a great job, and she directed it. Chucha says, it almost put an end to the show. The network was sued. Well, I would hope so. I mean, they put a serial killer on the show. Now, to their defense, they didn't know. How could you? Now, no spoilers, but someone tries to tell the show's producers that she thinks he is who he is, and they don't listen. So that sucks. But Daniel Zavato, he plays Rodney Alka, who is a real person, by the way. And at the end of the film, they give you an update as far as what happened to that individual. So I won't spoil anything for you. But earlier on the show, Anthony mentioned Tallahassee and Tallahassee Little Theater. As it turns out, there is a fine actor named Tony Hale who plays the game show host. Fun fact, he cut his teeth at Tallahassee's Young Actors Theater. He is an Emmy Award winner. His name again is Tony Hale. He was on a hit HBO show called Veep, but he's been in many other things. He plays the game show host in the movie and does a good job of it. But how about that? Young Actors Theater. Shout out to Tallahassee one time. So, I'm going to give you another point real quick. It premiered at the 2023 Toronto International Film Festival and was just recently released, as I mentioned, and you see on screen October 18th. And it says 70s, baby, when they smoked on airplanes, had no seatbelts, hell of a time to be alive. And you see some of that in the film too. Like there's a scene where a young lady is seated in like an office area and they have a stand-up ashtray. Like the sole purpose of this piece of furniture is to be an ashtray. And I thought to myself, damn, they just smoked everywhere, huh? That shit was... When are they gonna learn? But that was the day and the times. Anyway, watch this. Wait for it, pun intended. You know what that means. Because I gotta do it. And you wanted me to convince you that it was a good movie. I'm hoping the trailer does the heavy lifting. Without further ado, enjoy it. Woman of the Hour. I see your comments, Water. I'm gonna come back to you in a second.
Did you want me to try it again?
No. We'll be in touch.
Hey, Cheryl.
Yeah.
No.
No. Janet?
Janet. Helen, I can barely afford my rent.
Well, I booked you a guest spot on a TV show.
Right through here. Great. You okay? Uh-huh. Great. Have fun.
All right, everybody, let's get started.
Live from the Chuck Barris stages in Hollywood, it's the dating game.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Woman of the Hour.
Let the games begin.
Bachelor number 1. This is nice and easy. What are girls for?
What do you mean?
Just what I said. I believe in you, Bachelor number 1.
Let's go.
When I look in your eyes, I go crazy.
Bachelor number 2. What are girls for?
Why does this feel like a trap?
That old feeling inside.
I've been on this show since 1968. The one thing I've learned is, no matter what words they use, the question beneath the question remains the same.
You know when I look in your eyes, I go crazy.
What's the question?
Which one of you will hurt me?
And Bachelor number 3. I'm counting on you. What are girls for?
Woman of the Hour, ladies and gentlemen. It was pretty good. I'm gonna say that. It was pretty good. Throw up the poster one more time, tell you a little bit more. Oh, That ain't the poster. Sorry about that. Bang. One of the things that I had hoped that trailer did a little bit a better job of was when she's on the show, they give her like cue cards and she's doing that and it's corny, the questions that she's asking. And so she flips it and starts asking better questions. And that was a cool moment. And what's really dope is that happened in real life. The other thing that I think is interesting is in real life, Bachelor number 3, who is the serial killer, and you know this going into it, so no spoilers. He's a handsome guy, you know what I mean? He's not an ugly dude. And so I think that was part of like the whole thing is like these handsome men were able to do crazy things. Women were just okay. Funny that even after women learn that these men have killed a lot of women, they still fawn over them. You know what I mean? It's nuts. All right, there were some comments I wanted to acknowledge. Earlier, we were talking about smoking cigarettes on airplanes, and back then, What or No Get Into Me says, shit, they were smoking on planes in the 90s. I remember they had the little ashtrays in the armrest too, and even now on a lot of planes you get in, and the ashtray's still there. They just have it like blocked or locked up where you can't open it, but stupid. Chucha, you're gonna watch that one. I think you should. I think you'll like it. Dad, I think you'll like it too. Ant says, I remember my first time on an airplane, they still had the ashtrays. Yep, shout out to Caroline Ray. Shout out to Caroline Ray. I think the real host was Chuck Rayburn. How about that? Fun facts. They also said Ted Bundy was handsome and the dude was a 6. But that's where I was going with that. And we did talk about Ted Bundy earlier when you made the joke, so that was why I thought it was still relevant. Anyway, it's a good movie. I think what I'm most impressed by is Miss Anna Kendrick. Not just her performance, which is great, but the fact she directed it too. You know what I mean? She's a fine actress. I like her a lot. All right, Woman of the Hour. Pretty good. Hey. I've got one more for you. That's right, I do. Now, let me say, normally, I don't talk about a series until I have finished the series. And I have purposefully waited to mention this show, but I like it very much. In fact, it is your pick of the week. And it says Penguin. Hey, that's a great guess. It's a great guess. It is not Penguin. It's even more on brand today than Penguin, which is why it makes the cut today. So if you want to guess, you can. Man, the buttons just keep cutting out. What is up? Wait for it. There we go. At least we know how to fix it. Jeepers. It's always something. It's like I fix 2 things, one other thing breaks that shouldn't be breaking. It's fucking crazy. And it says, well, bust my buttons. All right, I'm not going to keep you in suspense, ladies and gentlemen. It's a series, and it is on Disney Plus, and it is called Agatha All Along. And if you can't tell by the poster, the reason it's on brand is because she's a witch. Yeah. In fact, this is season 2 of Agatha All Along, and it follows Miss Agatha Harkness as she struggles with her lost powers after being freed from a magical prison. I know, it's a little hooky. If you don't know, this is all part of the MCU, or the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I'll explain it. In this season, a mysterious goth teenager helps Agatha escape and asks to join her on the perilous Witch's Road. It's a series of trials that can restore a witch's capabilities, or so they say. So together, they gather a coven of witches to navigate this dangerous path, facing dark magic and their own motivations along the way. The Witch's Road! Agatha Harkness, played by Kathryn Hahn, who is exceptional in this series, let me say that. She's a powerful witch and a significant character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. She was introduced in WandaVision, which was another Disney Plus series. She initially possesses as a helpful neighbor to Wanda Maximoff, who is also known as the Scarlet Witch. Okay, their relationship turns adversarial when Agatha reveals her true identity and her motives, seeking to control Wanda's chaos magic. Their dynamic explores themes of power, identity, and the consequences of unchecked magic, setting the stage for Agatha's continued role in the MCU. The cast of Agatha All Along Season 2 includes Kathryn Hahn, Joe Locke, Aubrey Plaza, Patti LuPone, Shirley Henderson, Kerry Washington, Nassim Pedrad, and forgive my pronunciation, Okwe Okpokwas. I can't even do it. Sorry, man. I'm gonna try. I gotta read it and tell y'all. Y'all ready? Okwe Okpokwasili. There it is. Vertigo. All right, so the series promises to blend comedy with dark magic, features an eclectic group of characters as they navigate the Witch's Road. Okay? There's only 9 episodes in total. I think we're up to episode 7. They're released weekly. So unlike series that I enjoy watching where I can just binge the whole thing, Disney Plus doesn't do that, sadly. So you gotta wait every week. And that's why we haven't mentioned it on the show yet, because I've been waiting. Now check this out. There are 2 episodes remaining, but they're both going to be released on October 30th. I think it's a Halloween thing. Shadow says Snooze Fest. No! You haven't seen it. I don't think you've seen it. Listen, I like it. It's not for everybody, but I have enjoyed it, and this is Ryan's show, and so that's why it makes the top of the picks today. He says, that was me on episode 1 in Norway. That's true. We did start it when you were here in Norway, and you did fall asleep. But in your defense, you had just climbed like 3 different mountains, okay? And you were exhausted, poor thing. It was better. It gets better, by the way. Matter of fact, but wait, children, there's more, because of course there is. Throw up that gradient one more time. Now, this isn't a preview, but there is something very special that happens in the show. And for me, it was special enough that I had to play it for y'all. Plus, it is the Halloween episode. All right? So I'm going to turn down the lo-fi. In the series, I mentioned that they form a coven. No spoilers, okay? Witches, covens, you get it. And they go down the Witch's Road, okay? The goal is at the end of the Witch's Road, they're going to regain their powers. Some of these witches have lost their mojo, so to speak. And they have to go through personal trials. Ant says, rather read Agatha Christie rather than Agatha All Along. Come on, man. It's good. I promise. It's good. And one more time, shout out to Kathryn Hahn, man. She does a great job. She's very funny. She's witty. She's on point. Aubrey Plaza does a good job too, but the whole cast is really, really good. Shout out, bang. All right. What I'm going to play for you now, the Witch's Road. To get to the Witch's Road, they have to summon the road. And when I saw it in the series, I was like, man, that was so moving. And I'll tell you more about it, but this is what that is. Mom, I hope you're watching, because I think you're going to dig this. Link, if you were here, I know you dig it for various reasons, but for all of y'all, you ready? Let me walk you down the Witch's Road.
Seekest thou the road to all that's foul and fair?
She's good. Hang in there with me.
Gather sisters, fire, water, earth, and air. Darkest hour, wake thy power, earthly and divine.
She goes.
Burn and brew with coven true, and glory shall be thine.
Auto-tune.
We're supposed to know this song. Down, down, down the road, down the Witch's Road.
Shit goes.
Down, down, down the road, down the Witch's Road. Down, down, down the
Harmonies is
road,
sick.
down the Witch's Road. Circle soul with fate, unlock thy hidden gate.
It's gonna be in your head all day long. You're welcome.
Marching ever forward.
I could cut it off, but I'm gonna let it ride.
Is
Jack Nicholson in this flick? No, I don't know why you thought that. This is a series on Disney Plus, by the way.
Are you seeing this?
Comedic relief.
night, give it sight, familiar by thy side. If sunbeam
May have had me. That's my bad. I thought obviously I knew she was in it. I don't know why it wasn't on the list. That's on me.
Down the witch's road. Down the witch's road. Down the witch's road.
Shit goes.
Down the witch's road.
Witches. I didn't know that. Thank you for that.
Blood and tears and bone, maiden mother crone.
I know, it's a long clip.
Wild and wicked,
Harmonies though, acapella. You asked for it, Ann. You asked for it.
where all that's wrong is right and all that's bad is good. Through many miles of tricks and trials, we'll wander high and low. Tame your fears, a door appears, the time has come to go.
Shout out. All right. It's good. Trust me. And Ant, you're totally right. Deborah Jo Rupp. Shout out to that 70s show. I thought she was on the list. I just missed it. Sorry, man. All right. Let's take that grading away. Throw up Agatha one more again. Bang. It's not for everyone, but if you're a fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, why not? Give it a shot. I won't tell you what happens. No spoilers. Chucha says, nice. Gonna play that on Spotify in the gym rotation. It's not a pick-me-up. It's a cool... I like their rendition. So check this out. No spoilers, but the song makes a second rendition in the series, and I liked what they did with it as well. And I almost played that version because it's more melodic. There's instrumentation. But it was the a cappella that got me originally, and so that's the version you all got. And shout out, I don't know if they're actually singing or if they brought in some other singers, but I think at least a couple of them are really singing that. So shout out, man. Look, it was Agatha All Along. That is your movie pick of the week. That was Ryan's movie series review. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the subscriptions. Thank you. Thank you. Far too kind. We now have 61 followers. What? That's amazing. It's amazing. And I had thought we should do something special when we reach 60. We've been sitting at like 50 something, 55, 58 for quite a while. So I don't think it'll be $60 giveaway because we're a little bit beyond that at this point. But if anybody can come up with something clever to do for reaching 60, that's a milestone. You know what I mean? We ought to do something for that. Down the road. Tell me that's not going to be in your head. You know what I mean? It is. And the last two episodes, again, coming out October 30th. Chucha says 6K. Oh, that's Shadow. Shadow says 6K giveaway. Who's that talking? I'll tell you what. That's both. Chucha getting lit in the chat.
Her name is Chucha. She's getting lit in the chat.
I'm glad you liked them. And shout out to our guy, Shadow.
Federico.
Come on. And AeroRising. He says, Babe Ruth's homer record for many years till Maris beat it with 61 in 1961. What? Oh, 61. I see. I was like, why is that relevant? And then I realized 61 followers. So if we didn't say this before, just to rub it in his face again, poor New York, poor New York. They took a L, but they're still in it. It's a series. You know what I mean? I'm guessing it's best of 7, and then if need be, they go into more games. I'm guessing. Just a hunch. Just a hunch. I don't know. Can you tie? I don't know how that works. Anyway, let me know how our guy Otani does. Shohei Otani, is that his name? Shadow, you put me on to him last week. Thank you so much. And it says, it's a series review, worst of 7. Come on, this week was pretty good. You got the Halloween theme. Do I need to bring it back up one more time? Just because, I want to play it.
Cause this devil.
Come on.
And no one's gonna save you from the beats of
Is in key.
All right, there's a lot happening on this side. Anyway, we did that. It says it was your best week. I try. And Billie Jean, not for nothing. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're still hanging out, the next segment coming up is a lot of people's least favorite, but I love it nevertheless. It is the Witcher review and the purple and the brand, and it's on brand. But we're going to change the scene up. I hope you hang out with me. I promise, after the Witcher, it's going to be the keyword giveaway. It says MJ on an island somewhere watching this shit, lurking in the shadows. That's pretty good. Yeah. And then Chuchu says, way to go, Shadow. All right, cool. I like the transition. I want to pause. I hope you dig it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Halloweeny and witchcrafty. It's all on brand this week. You ready? Switch it up. Yeah. And then we like to change the lights. And we do that in a special way. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to raise them up. Like the Undertaker would. Wait for it. Once you hear those organs. Wait for it. There we go. Chucha says, I think MJ is a prisoner in Diddy's dungeon. God damn, everybody's getting hit it up. Look, there is the possibility that MJ is in Bahrain or somewhere like that, okay? And I don't know what's going on with old Diddy. Is he still locked up? I heard he might be getting out on bail, but I have no idea. And says, Little Ben is rolling over in his grave. I don't have the Ben music, but that's cute. You know, you know. And one more time, shout out to Save the Children, concert for the ages. AeroRising. Love y'all.
Toss a coin to your Witcher, oh valley of plenty.
That was dope. Shout out to you, Dad. Bang. The Witcher. Listen. Last week was extra special because we have been on chapter 1 for the longest time. God damn. Watch this. Season 2 started when the new book started. Okay, we finished the first book. That was season 1. Now we're on season 2. We have been on chapter 1 the whole time. The author, I don't know what he was thinking. But last week, we were nearing the end of chapter 1. Now, sadly, we didn't get there. I asked the audience if they wanted to continue, and everybody was busy. Now, in fairness, we did go live on a Sunday, so it was a little different. But at least I can guarantee, Vince McMahon guarantee, we're going to finish chapter 1 today. It says, I'm ready for the epilogue. All right, well, for anybody that's watching that hasn't been watching and you feel like, this isn't going to be fun for me, I'm not caught up, don't worry, I'm going to give you the Witcher recap. And before I do that, I got to dismiss this. And so without further ado...
Toss a coin.
You mentioned coin.
Witcher recap.
All right. I can't do the whole chapter. It's been a very long chapter for real. But I will tell you what happened last week. In fact, I'll back it up a little bit further for you. Not last week, but the week before last. there's a character named Applegot who is the king's messenger. Now, I don't know if he's the king's messenger or a king's messenger. Basically, just like it sounds, he takes messages to and from the kingdoms, okay? So he's important. He's important. He's trusted with the secret messages between the kings. And he has traveled to a town, and he's at the tavern or the inn. And what we did learn was that people that are of his station, they can just take horses at any time, poor things. Aww. So that's important. But he doesn't have to do that this time. His horse is still good. And he meets another character while he's at the tavern who was described as having white long hair and being a burly man, I guess. And at the time, I didn't realize it was Geralt, but of course it's Geralt of Rivia. Of course it is. So he and Geralt are hanging out at this tavern, right? And then for some reason, Geralt's like, listen, no matter what happens outside in the courtyard, don't come out. He was like, no matter what you hear. And long story short, Geralt kills 3 guys in the courtyard. Bang! So that's what happened last week. There was a fight, basically, and Geralt slayed these men. And the reason he does that is because I think these men are looking for Princess Ciri of Cintra. And she is entrusted in Geralt's care. And she's actually with Yennefer, if you know who that is. So Geralt basically kills these men to protect Ciri. And then he says some cold words to the innkeeper or the bartender, and he basically says there's going to be some men that come asking questions. You tell them the white wolf bit them. And so like that was hard. So the white wolf, shout out to Guillaume one time. So basically that was it, and we're going to finish the chapter and see how it goes. And if you want to keep reading, we can, or we can save chapter 2, sadly, next week. But at least it's getting good, and last week was pretty cool because Geralt did fuck some people up, you know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, your Witcher recap. Toss a coin.
You mentioned coin.
That's it. Witcher recap. All right. So, we have a tradition on the show that we toss a coin before we start the read. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, one more again, toss a coin to your Witcher.
Toss a coin to your Witcher, oh Valley of Plenty, oh Valley of Plenty, oh.
And I don't always remember where exactly we left the page, so I'm going to try to find a break, and then we're going to continue. And this could either be a very short read today, or we can start chapter 2. You let me know, but we'll call it when we get there, okay? Wait for it. I'm looking for... Again, I'm just trying to find our place. Matter of fact, I'll take you back to where... Here we go. You ready? Those evil men, said the white-haired one huskily. And there's going to be... Oh, there's an ad break in progress, but we're going to keep reading because they don't care anyway. Those evil men, said the white-haired one huskily. Those evil men are dead. When the bailiff arrives, it may turn out there was a bounty on their heads. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? This is all on me. I forget to change the category. So I'm going to do that now. Hard to type with one hand. Bang. Done. Bang. Stream info updated successfully. All right. For anybody that's tuning in from a different category, sorry you missed the Witcher recap, but we're going to pick things up. Chucha says, yeah. Bang. And listen, Mom, Dad, you guys are always here for the reading. Thank you again.
Thank you. Far too kind.
Try to remind me, if you can, before we do the recap, to switch the Twitch category. Does that make sense? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, and one more time, toss a coin. Matter of fact, we got 14 seconds. Let's just pause for the cause. Let me collect myself. Here we go. I have a feeling it'll be a short read anyway. You guys are excited for the giveaway. Ad break has ended. Welcome back. You didn't miss anything. We were changing the category. We had the Witcher recap, and we're going to pick up. We'll just do the one chapter read, and we'll do the giveaway, okay? Those evil men, said the white-haired one huskily. Those evil men are dead. When the bailiff arrives, it may turn out there was a bounty on their heads. He should do with it as he sees fit. The innkeeper nodded eagerly. It may turn out, said the white-haired man a moment later, that their comrades or cronies may ask what befell these evil men. Tell them the wolf bit them, the white wolf, and add that they should keep glancing over their shoulders. One day, they'll look back and see the wolf. All right. When, after 3 days, Applegot reached the gates of Trogador, it was well after midnight. He was furious because he'd wasted time at the moat and shouted himself hoarse. The guards were sleeping sinfully and had been reluctant to open the gate. He got it all off his chest and cursed them painstakingly and comprehensively back to the third generation. He then overheard with pleasure as the commander of the watch, now awake, added totally new details to the charges he had leveled against the soldiers' mothers, grandmothers, and great-grandmothers. Of course, gaining access to King Vizimir was out of the question. That actually suited him, as he was counting on sleeping until matins and the morning bell. Matins is like breakfast. He was wrong. Instead of being shown to his billet, he was rushed to the guardhouse. Waiting for him there was not the king, but the other one, immense and fat. Cypher Robinson! Good day to you! Good day! Thank you so much for being here. Listen, after this reading, which will be very short today, we're actually giving away $256, potentially. So stick around, it's a keyword giveaway. All you have to do is be here. And thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Far too kind.
Hand claps. What a wonderful show! Do me a favor, toss a coin to your witcher.
Coin to your witcher, oh valley of plenty, oh valley
Look at that.
of plenty.
You didn't have to do that, but we certainly appreciate it. And we do have another button when we get a follower. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Got him going nuts. I love y'all. Can't thank you enough.
Welcome to the family, now you part of the club. I wanna see the chat lit, baby, blow this shit up. We getting better and better. The only method, the motto. I appreciate the follow, love
y'all from the bottom.
Thank you. Far too kind.
AeroRising says you could also roll the money over if you win it. Yes, Anthony, thank you so much for that. I'll be explaining the rules of the contest in just a minute. All right, back to our Witcher. He was wrong. Instead of being shown to his billet, he was rushed to the guardhouse. Waiting for him there was not the king, but the other one, immense and fat. Applegot knew him. It was Dijkstra, confidant of the king of Redania. Dijkstra, the messenger knew, was authorized to receive messages meant exclusively for the king's ears. Applegot handed him the letters. Do you have a spoken message? Yes, sire. Chucha says, think how many new followers if you roll. Only 50 a follower. Yeah, I'm really hoping we don't have to roll it today, okay? But thank you. Do you have a... Shadow says, stay tuned. The community goal is 1K. The community goal. Come on, man. All right. Do you have a spoken message? Yes, sire. Speak. Demivan to Vizimir, recited Applegot, closing his eyes. Firstly, the disguised troops are ready for the second night after the July new moon. take care that Foltus does not let us down. Secondly, I will not grace the conclave of the devious old windbags in Thenden with my presence, and I advise you to do the same. Thirdly, the lion cub is dead. Dijkstra grimaced and drummed his fingers on the table. Here are letters for King Demavend, and a spoken message. Perk up your ears and pay attention. Repeat this to your king, word for word, only to him and no one else. No one. Do you understand? I do, sire. The message runs thus. Vizimir to Demavend. You must hold back the disguised troops. There has been a betrayal. The Flame has mustered an army in Dol Angra and is only waiting for an excuse. Now, repeat. Cypher says, never read the Witcher books, but loved the games and the show. Chill! Honestly, me neither. I had never even played the games, but I have seen the series. We love the series. And we're on book 2, but we're only on chapter 1, so you're coming in at a really great time. We read, I don't know, a few pages just about every Saturday. So thank you again for tuning in. I hope you dig it.
Thank you, far too kind.
And this is part of it, so there you go.
Coin to your Witcher, oh valley of plenty, oh valley of plenty. Oh.
Thank you so much for being here with us. Applegot repeated the message. Good, Dijkstra nodded. You will leave at sunup. I've been on the road for 5 days, Your Excellency, said the messenger, rubbing his rump. Might I but sleep to the morning? Would you permit that? Does now your king, Demavend, sleep at night? Do I sleep? You deserve a punch in the face for a question like that, laddie. You'll be given victuals, then stretch out a while on the hay, but you'll ride at dawn. I've ordered a purebred young stallion for you. It'll bear you like the wind, and don't make faces. Take this purse with an extra gratuity, so as to not call Vizimir a skinflint. Thank you, sire. Be careful in the forest by Pontar. Squirrels have been seen there, but there's no shortage of ordinary brigands in those parts anyway. I know, sire. Oh, what I did see there these past 3 days. What did you see? Applegot quickly reported the events at Angkor. Dijkstra listened, his powerful forearms lying crossed his chest. The professor? He said, lost in thought. Hamo Cantor and Little Yaksa, dispatched by a Witcher in Angkor, on the road to Gorvelen, in other words, the road to Thanden and Garstang. And the lion cub is dead? What's that, sire? It's of no concern, Dijkstra raised his head. At least not to you. Rest, and at dawn, you ride. Applegot ate what he was brought. He lay for a while without sleeping a wink, and was outside the gate by daybreak. The stallion was indeed swift, but skittish. Applegot didn't like horses like that. Something itched unbearably on his back, between his left shoulder blade and his spine. A flea must have bitten him when he was resting in the stable, but there was no way to scratch it. The stallion danced and neighed. The messenger spurred him and galloped away. Time was short. I don't know who's speaking here, so forgive me. Chucha says, I need a young stallion. Hey now, you got one. His name is Russ Barber. Bang, come on. I don't know who this is, so we're just going to give him a voice and change it later if we have to. Goren! Cabri hissed, peering from behind a branch, from where he was observing the road. Oh, it's an alphabet. Endo one ever suese. Torvel leapt at her feet, sizing and belting on her sword, and poked Yevon in the thigh with the toe of her boot. He had been dozing, leaning against the wall of a hollow, when he sprang up. He scorched his hand as he pushed off the hot sand. Que Sussex, a rider on the road. One, said Yavin, lifting his bow and quiver. Que Breer, only one? Only one. He's getting closer. Let's fix him then. it'll be one less duane. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm making these words up as I read them, okay? I don't speak Elvish. Forget it, said Torval, grabbing him by the sleeve. Why bother? We were supposed to carry out reconnaissance and then join the commando. Are we to murder civilians on the road? Is that what fighting for freedom is all about? Precisely. Stand aside. If a body's left on the road, every passing patrol will raise the alarm. The army will set out after us. They'll stake out the fords. It does say fords. I wanted to say fjords, but it doesn't say that. They'll stake out the fords, and we might have difficulty crossing the river. Few people ride along this road. We'll be far away before anyone finds the body. The rider's already far away, said Cabri from the tree. You should have a shot instead of yapping. You won't hit him now. He's a good 200 paces away. With my 60-pounder, Yevon stroked his bow, and a 30-inch arrow, and anyway, that's never 200 paces. It's 150 tops. Mirque spar Ariel. Yavin, forget it. Thace apt, Torval. The elf turned his hat around so the squirrel's tail, pinned to it, wouldn't get in the way. Quickly and powerfully, he drew back his bow. Right to the ear, and then aimed carefully and shot. Applegot did not hear the arrow. It was a silent arrow, specially fledged with long, narrow gray feathers. Its shaft fluted for an increased stiffness and weight reduction. The three-edged, razor-sharp arrow hit the messenger in the back with great force, between his left shoulder and his spine. The blades were positioned at an angle, and as they entered his body, the arrow rotated and bored like a screw, mutilating the tissue, cutting through blood vessels and shattering bone. Applegot lurched forward onto his horse's neck and slid to the ground, limp as a sack of wool.
That's what she said.
Sorry. The sand on the road was hot, heated up so much by the sun that it was painful.
That's what she said.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Chucha, I wasn't expecting that from you, but I love that.
Her name is Chucha. She's getting lit up in the chat.
The sand on the road was hot, heated up so much by the sun that it was painful to the touch. The messenger didn't feel it. He died at once.
Toss a coin to your witcher, O Valley of Plenty, O Valley of Plenty. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was finally the end of Chapter 1.
Toss a coin to your witcher, O Valley of Plenty.
Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. Far too kind.
What a wonderful show we've had thus far. Now listen, there is what looks to be... It's like a preamble for the next chapter. It's very short. It looks to be written by Dandelion, who is the bard. Okay, so if you want, we can read that now, or we can save it for next week. You let me know. Cypher says, I once wrote a parody to the Toss a Coin song, but right now I'm at a loss. Can't remember what it was. That's all right. Listen, it's a good song.
To your witcher, O Valley of Plenty, O Valley of Plenty. Oh.
Look at that. Chucha and Russ both say, let's read it. And then Shadow says, you can read it, but I can't stay long. Aww. It is quite catchy. All right, so Shadow, stick around. I want you to have the opportunity to win the keyword giveaway. All right, fight through it. Here we go. To say I knew... I'm going to read it in Dandelion's voice, okay? So, false start on the offense. To say I knew her would be an exaggeration. I think that, apart from the Witcher and the Enchantress, no one really knew her. When I saw her for the first time, she did not make a great impression on me at all, even in spite of the quite extraordinary accompanying circumstances. I have known people who said that, right away, From the very first encounter, they sensed the foretaste of death striding behind the girl. To me, she seemed utterly ordinary, though I knew that ordinary she was not. For which reason I tried to discern, discover, sense the singularity in her, but I noticed nothing and sensed nothing. Nothing that could have been a signal, a presentiment, or harbinger of those subsequent tragic events. Events caused by her very existence, and those she caused by her actions. Come on!
To your witcher, oh valley of plenty, oh valley of plenty, oh.
So that little excerpt was credited as Dandelion, half a century of poetry. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to switch things up. I'm going to take you now. That's right. To the keyword giveaway. Here we go. Bang! Oh, what are you seeing? My show notes. Don't worry about that. Here we are.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening.
It's happening.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
God!
Wait.
Give me just a second. God. Talk show and podcast. Changing it up. All right. Oh, didn't take that Halloween motif one time for me, huh? All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time. And let me change up these lights. Okay, Cypher says, so how does this keyword thing work? I'm so glad you asked. I'm about to tell you. This is our weekly keyword giveaway. So when we started book 2 of The Witcher, which is now Testing the Game season 2, we testing the game. I thought I had to put some stake in the game. And so I said, well, why don't I try to give away some money? So we started with just $1, Bob. I know it's not a lot, but it's enough to keep it rolling. So the theme of the contest, you ready, is you can take it or you can double it and give it to the next winner. So what we've been doing, we started with just $1, and every time we ran the contest, whomever won elected to double it up. And that's how we went from 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to, you can do the quick maths, bang. So there's no prerequisites. I'm about to tell you the keyword and you'll watch me enter it on screen. And when we start the contest, I'm gonna click the button. It's gonna say running. And then everyone who is here right now will have the opportunity to enter the keyword in the chat. And you'll see the list of names populate, and then we'll stop the contest. We typically run it for about a minute, and then we roll it so it's a random select, right? And then today we will announce the lucky winner, and they will have the opportunity to take it or double it next week. Shadow says, who won last week and what happens? I'm so glad you asked. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up one time for last week's contest winner. None other than Shadow 1311. Bang! We call him Bang! AeroRising's here. Shadow says community goal is 1K. No, it isn't. Shadow says a trip to Norway. You already got that, Brody. Cypher Robinson, I'm so happy that you're here for no other reason than the fact that I think you being here means we have the potential of having more keyword giveaway participants than we've ever had. Bang. AeroRising! I haven't seen there he is, right on cue. AeroRising. His name is Anthony.
I'm Anthony, he's Anthony, it's Anthony's part of the show.
Cypher, I don't think you were here for Anthony's part of the show. It's a segment that we run just about every week. Shout out to AeroRising. If you're interested after the keyword giveaway, because I know some people have to leave, I would love to replay you that segment. It is Halloween themed. I think you would love it. I do. I think you would love it. Chucha says, when is that NY and where? Matter of fact, Yankees, baby. NY till I die, no lie.
Let me start with, up north is where my heart is. Yankees, baby, NY till I die, no lie. I've been through some tough times, some rough climbs. You think you had a bad life, you ain't heard about mine. My dad was selling drugs in the
Shout out, bang. Selling drugs and all that. Anyway, Cypher says sound good. Ant says Nordstrom's the store, LOL, but yeah, NY this time of year is nice. All right, cool. Shadow, one more time, congratulations on being last week's winner. You had us fooled in the chat. You said, there's a girl I gotta take out. And we all thought, well, $120-some, I think, is a good steak dinner. Chucha certainly thought you took the money, but as it turns out, you didn't. You rolled it over. Bang. All right, so I'm taking this week's contest winner away. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we are about to kick off the keyword giveaway. Chucha says, just saying Nordstrom's is no more in lots of cities. Oh, just saying, Nordstrom's is no more in lots of cities. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Nordstrom's, right off the mannequin. All right, normally the keyword or key phrase relates to something we've done or shown on the show. What shall it be today, class? Anybody want to suggest? What was the trailer? Nosferatu. That would be a great one. I don't know if I'm going to spell that right. Fuck. Oh, I like it. Water says thriller. You got it. You had me at hello. Shout out to you. All caps.
And no one's gonna save you from the beast about to strike. You know it's
Great suggestion.
You're fighting for your life inside a killer thriller.
Come on. Thriller couldn't have asked for a better suggestion. Thank you so much. And I love that Water No Get Enemy is here. Bang! We're gonna have so many people in the contest. So, ladies and gentlemen, the contest hasn't started yet. We're still here. Water No Get Enemy says, Michael Diehard over here. You or me? I don't mean to do it to you, Water, but I don't think anybody's a bigger MJ fan than me. I don't know if you know it. We got the same birthday and all that. It just is what it is. But I love it. I'll give it to both of us. How about that? Saw him perform in person? Dang. I never had the privilege of seeing him perform in person, sadly. I know. But watch this. For my 30th birthday, my mom and dad, shout out to them. I got to go to Vegas and watch Cirque du Soleil perform on August 29th, which is our birthday, and I got to see the hologram. So that's about the next best thing. And says, he got you beat, bro. I saw a hologram. I know. Hey! Love that. Water No Get Enemy. I would love to know. Oh, you know who Water No Get Enemy. Is this? Are you the sailor, bruh? Would I know you as the sailor? If you're the sailor, I'm just saying. And we got Billie Jeans in the chat. No, you're not the sailor. Okay. I know a guy who I affectionately refer to as the sailor, and he loves to tell me that he saw Michael Jackson in concert during the bad era. Which, in my opinion, maybe you'll agree, that was the bad era. Mike is the one, in my opinion. Okay. Water No Get Enemy, same name since the beginning of my Twitch journey. No, the sailor, he's not on Twitch even. Don't worry about it. You're not him. It's all good. Shadow says, yeah, I know that guy too. I don't think you do, Shadow. As a matter of fact, you saw the history tour. Bang! Where did you see? And I know people are ready for the keyword. This is better than I could ever have asked for. I got somebody in the chat who has seen MJ live one time. Whereabouts? Munich or in the? Because was that in the States? I don't think so. Switzerland. There you go. Because I thought it was a European tour. 97. Let's go. That's awesome. Whew. So that's the gold suit, right? He comes out of like the spaceship and the gold suit. All right, I'm dismissing the ad break. Don't even worry about it. Snooze. AeroRising says, I'm about to see MJ not alive in a minute if we don't keep pushing. Water No Get Enemy says, yup. Thriller! All right. take a hint. The spaceship comes out of the stage. Yeah, man, I know. Look, fun fact. For some reason, like once a month, I have to do my MJ thing at work. I put it on in the background. So I watch the making of Thriller. I watch 3 or 4 concerts. I mean, it's just that. It's just that. If you see me on Twitter, you'll see some of those posts because I tell the world. And he floats out. Yeah, he rides the jetpack. I think he's on strings though. Obviously, I wasn't there. You were. You would know better than me. But the jetpack is still a cool gag. You know what I'm saying? And says, you go around telling people it's that time of the month. Real fact, they know too, because I be singing live. Shadow says, oh, we definitely pushing it to 1,000. I hope someone else wins it. How about that? Cypher Robinson says, I'm old enough to remember day 1 of MTV and the huge countdown to the release of Thriller. Look at that. Come on, we got so much love. Come on, this doesn't happen often, people. And says, you're emotional right now. I am. I'm loving this. I'm loving this so much. Still super cool. MJ love. Bang. Woo. All right, this has been amazing. Shout out to the chat one time. All I gotta say is this.
Thank you. Far too kind.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Chucha says, Water No Get Into Me must be older than Ryan. Either way, hand claps. I'm turning down the lo-fi just a little bit, because I'm gonna play a song. And we typically do it for a minute. It's a Halloween special, okay? It's a Halloween special. I'm gonna put 2 minutes on the clock. Is that too much? Team, you get to vote. How about a minute 30? You wanna do that? All right, minute 30, bro. We got it. 1 minute and 30 seconds, okay? There we go. AeroRising says, I'm okay with 15 seconds. No, buddy, we're not doing 15 seconds. All right, so to explain how this works one more time, ladies and gentlemen, the key word today is Thriller. And when I click that red button, all you have to do is type in the word Thriller. I think in caps. I think the caps matters. So do it in capital letters and you should see your name populate and I'll read them out to you so that you know you're locked in. And don't worry, we'll give you some extra seconds if for whatever reason it doesn't take. And then we're gonna roll it and one of our winners today will be afforded an opportunity to take $256 or double it and give it to the next winner. God, I hope not. All right, without further ado, 1 minute and 30 seconds is on the clock. Best of luck, contestants. Come on. It's official. Go get them. Ladies and gentlemen, enter those keywords for your chance to win. AeroRising, Cypher Robinson, Shadow 1311. Water No Get Into Me. Chucha Barber, Russ Barber, where you at? Chucha Barber in the house. Russ Barber in the house. AeroRising. That's pretty much the crew, ladies and gentlemen. We still got a whole minute left. Loving all those thrillers. Little Price is Right. Still got some time, folks. Don't trip. Well, it's looking like that's the crew. Joan Roa, where you at, man? Hey!
You know how long I've been waiting for this?
Mazurka!
Ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Let's go! All right, we still have 28 seconds. Today's keyword.
If you smell what the rock is cooking.
Come on!
The rock says, the rock says.
Hey! That was sick. Mazurka finally remembered my Twitch password. Bang! Listen, we've all been there. And right on cue, ladies and gentlemen, that is the keyword giveaway. Boom. And there's an ad break. Don't worry, I'm gonna snooze that. Bang. All right. Now, before I roll the dice and we figure out who this week's winner is, Chucha says, I think AeroRising misspelled Thriller. He's in. Top of the list there. Maybe he spelled it once or twice. I don't know. There is another caveat to this game that I didn't mention before, which I wish I had. So I'm going to do that now to give everyone an opportunity. You don't have to, but subscribers do have a 2-time chance of winning. Not one, but... So if you want to hit the subscribe button, if you're not already subscribed, you could double your odds. Double up. You don't have to. I'm going to play the Thriller music and let you think about it. Cypher Robinson says, speaking of Halloween, I'm a writer and am pitching to a lady looking to hire someone to write a short Halloween comedy horror for her idea. Fingers crossed. That's so cool. Pretty cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Thriller. If you want to subscribe, you can. And after that, we're going to roll it. Because this is...
And no one's gonna save you from the beast about to strike. You know it's dead. Night. You're fighting for your life inside a killer thriller.
There it is. All right, no takers. That's cool. You don't have to be a subscriber. You're eligible. Don't trip. Shadow 1311. What's his name? All right. I don't want to keep you all in suspense any longer. We 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 contestants. Loving that. Awesome. One of you lucky winners are going to have the option, and I hope you do the right thing. Spike Lee. Cypher Robinson says, I can't sub to anyone unless I get on disability. I'm way too broke. Damn. Hey, if you're unaware, if you have Amazon Prime, you do get 1 free subscription per month, I think. So if you haven't used it, you could. Listen, I don't want to be pandering and panhandling and all that. Look, just trying to help you out. I'm trying to double your odds, baby. Bang. And I don't know if you know this. Twitch is also, Chucha says, I'm crying right now. Why? Why are you crying, babe? You laughing, I hope? If you do subscribe, you do get 3 months Discord Nitro. Cypher says, didn't know that. We'll have to see how. I think you have to do it on a computer. You can't do it on a mobile. That's the caveat. It's a Twitch thing. But if you are a Prime subscriber off Amazon, you do get 1 free sub, and you'll see how to do that on the standard computer. But we won't worry about that today. That's just for you to take home with you. Bang. All right. AeroRising, Chucha Barber, Cypher Robinson, forgive my pronunciation, Mazukra, Russ Barber, AeroRising, Water No Get Enemy, and Shadow 1311. You are this week's contestants. I wish you all the very best of luck. We're about to roll the drum, and then we are going to roll it, and one of you will be the winner this Halloween special. Vincent Price, ladies and gentlemen. He's milking it. All right, here we go. Roll that drum, please. Drum roll, please. Who's it gonna be this week? Oh, Russ Barber! Let's go! Congratulations, Russ Barber. You are this week's keyword giveaway winner. AeroRising says, thank God. How cool is that? So, Dad, the world wants to know, are you, Russ Barber, going to take it? Oh, he's taking it! I am not mad at ya. Congratulations, Dad. One more again. Everybody's like, no! AeroRising says, he went Steve Miller Band on him. Bang! He says he need new dumps. All right, I'm gonna snooze this. Don't want to keep y'all waiting. Cypher says, I'd have taken it for sure. Well, I appreciate that, because I certainly didn't want to have to double it up again. But we're here. Thank you again for your playing. I need to snip this before I move on, so let me do that. Bang. Give away. Give it away. Give it away. And bang. Capture that. Awesome. Hand claps one more time. Shout out to Russ Barber. Daddy need a new pair of shoes. I'm gonna take y'all back to the live for just a second. So many things happening. That was a fail. But I'm almost really glad that happened because Cypher Robinson and Water No Get Into Me, I don't know if you were here earlier and got to see that segment. It's one that I'm very proud of, even though I didn't produce it. If you'd like to see it, I would love to introduce you to Anthony's part of the show.
I'm Anthony, he's Anthony, it's Anthony's part of the show.
I don't know if you've got a little time. If you want to hang out, we'd be glad to show that to you. And Dad, I want to make sure you know how you're getting your money. So I'm going to PayPal you, pal. All right? So we're going to coordinate offline, and I'm going to make sure you get that bread. Ant says, I just remembered I have Amazon Prime for 6 months. Well, you blew your chance to double your chances, but you could subscribe and you would earn the first badge or the founder's badge. And why shouldn't you have that, AeroRising? For all the things that you do for us on this show, you definitely should, man. So please go ahead and use that. You got to do it on the computer and you're on there. So hopefully you click the button, you're good. Bang. Cypher Robinson, are you still there? And let me know if you'd like to see this segment. And if not, that's totally cool. My guy AeroRising put a lot of time into doing it, and I just want to give him his flowers. And I enjoyed it, and it's a Halloween theme. You know what I'm saying? Halloween theme. Look at Shadow. Come on, man.
Thank you. Far too kind.
Love you for that, man. What's his name?
Federico. Fede.
Now, Shadow, when the bits graphic came up, did you hear the bling bling? Because I didn't. And I just want to know if you heard it. Shadow says, I'm out. Have a great stream. Thank you so much, bro. Love you, man.
Thank you. Far too kind.
Did you hear the audio? I just need to know that. And then I got to figure out why I'm not hearing it. But we'll do it. You heard it. Awesome. That's awesome. We Gucci! Water No Get Into Me. Did you were you here earlier? Did you see the segment? I know I keep plugging it, but I'm jazzed. Matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, it's my show. I don't need nobody's permission. I'm gonna show it. Water No Get segment. Pretty good. Water No Get Into Me segment. All right, here we go. Turn down the lo-fi a little bit. So to put y'all up on game a little bit. Oh, you were. Well, thank you for being here.
Thank you. Far too kind.
We love you for that. We do love you for that. I'm hoping Cypher Robinson is still here. It was a cute segment. I love it very much. I'm gonna play it again. We affectionately refer to it as Anthony's part of the show. I hope you dig it.
I'm Anthony, he's Anthony, it's Anthony's part of the show.
Welcome back, folks. As you can see, we're at a pumpkin patch. Halloween's right around the corner. You might be asking yourself, where did the whole pumpkin thing come from? Why do we do this on Halloween? Well, I'm gonna tell you. Legend has it, in old Irish folklore, a guy named Stingy Jack. That's where we get Jack-o'-lantern from, Stingy Jack. Well, he made a deal with the devil, right? And the devil didn't like this deal because Stingy Jack, he tried to screw the devil over. So when Jack died, devil didn't take him in. He couldn't get into hell, and he couldn't get into heaven. But the devil gave him just a little piece of coal that was burning. So then all the Irish people, they used turnips and potatoes. Well, the Great Potato Famine, a lot of people came over here from Ireland to America, and they discovered these vegetables, these pumpkins, were a lot easier to carve in and put little lights in them than a turnip. So that's where we get jack-o'-lantern, and that's where we get Halloween pumpkins from. The Irish, who knew? Let me take you to the church. This looks like the older part of the church. This is probably my first time on church grounds in at least 20 years. You know, I don't really like contributing to churches. I'm not gonna lie to you. I also, you guys see that Yankee hat though?
Yankees, baby, and why till I die, no lie.
Yankees World Series tonight, baby. Let's go. Go Yankees. Look at this shit. Salem, Massachusetts, right here in Tallahassee. There's literally no one here though. Spooky out here. All right, guys, thanks for coming with me to the pumpkin patch here in Tallahassee, Florida. I'm so happy that you guys came along with me, learned a little bit about the history of the pumpkin and the jack-o'-lantern and how it got over here to America, why they use pumpkins. And yeah, as always, remember, everything means nothing, but some things mean everything. I'll see y'all later. I'm just gonna sit down here for a second, take a load off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got to acknowledge what was said in the chat. Russ Barber, what a sweetheart. He says he wants to give away some of his earnings, his winnings to the team. So we're going to figure that out offline, but that's cute. Thank you so much, Dad. Appreciate you, man. Cypher says, that church has great spooky value. Yes, it does. That's Tallahassee, Florida, baby. Shout out to the hometown. Bang! Listen, 38 seconds before an ad break. I don't know if you all are going to stick around between now and then. I'm going to close the show. I can't say it enough. Thank you so much for everything. Your support, your follows, the subs, the participation. Bang, bang, bang. Cypher says, gotta get running. Time for me to start my working session. Understood. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, this has been an amazing show. Happy Halloween. See y'all in the next one. Peace.